Welcome, friends and foes, to the second Geek Peek one-shot. My name is Rain Bakios. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be your dungeon master for this adventure. This is a special Pride Month one-shot brought to you by the queer community for everyone. And I want to start off by saying thank you to Oren for this opportunity to spotlight the little rainbow corner of the Discord channel. We'll also be fundraising for the Trevor Project. If you're not familiar with them, they do really valuable work for the LGBT community, including research, advocacy programs, and crisis support. If you can show them some love during Pride Month or whenever you're watching this, we'd really appreciate it. And we will be continuing the proud Oops All tradition with an Oops All Monsters cast. The PCs today have all chosen from the more monstrous or animalistic ancestries. We've got no humans, no elves today. And I'll be introducing you to the players and PCs in just a moment. I do want to first shout out Kelsey Isom, our screen share siren, and she's going to be throwing up some pictures of character art and maps for our viewers at home, any other resources there. We'll be playing a homebrew adventure of mine called Keeper of the Mountains. This takes place in an archipelago called the Endless Sea. And this is a kind of watery world, lots of strange islands for characters to bounce in between. And we find our PCs today working for an adventuring guild called the Red-Handed Adventurers League. This guild helps train up newbie adventurers, vet potential clients, and distribute jobs. And sometimes, as is the case today, helps you get to these jobs. This morning finds our characters awake in the crowded hold of the guild's fastest ship, the Prayer. This is a lightweight ship built for speed and crewed entirely by housecat tabaxis. None of them are terribly fond of being on the water, so they try and get to their destination just as absolutely as fast as possible. Captain Shadowstock is a black housecat looking tabaxi, maybe a little shorter than an average tabaxi. He runs a tight crew. He's got a nice eye patch and a peg leg. And there are two crew members running Gust on the sails at all times to get this moving as fast as it can. So it's maybe not been like the most pleasant night. If anyone's prone to seasickness, it's maybe been really rough for you. But the morning dawns bright and new. And I would like to now introduce us to all of our players here. So I'm going to start with Ryan. Go ahead and introduce not only to you, but also to who you'll be playing today.
Hi everybody, my name is Ryan Wiley. He, him are my pronouns, and I will be playing today Theodore Zalmat Landanon IV. This morning, Theo, as he's known by his associates and friends, he is up early as always, and after going over his sword work and all of his sword forms that, all good College of the Swords bards do every morning, he then goes for a quick jet ski on the back, or should I say, he goes on back and grabs a rope and just uses his big rabbit feet as his kind of flippers and just goes goes behind the ship and just kind of doing his morning little swim slash water skiing. There we go, water skiing adventure, and he does this every morning regardless of what's going on.
Nice. Excellent. Getting in some early morning workout there. Next up, Josh.
I'm Josh. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing a plasmoid Horizon Walker Ranger named Ooblex. And Ooblex is also up early in the morning and is happily flowing along the deck of the ship, moving over to some of the starboard and then port, and just peering out down at the water, and then spots Theo and just flows up over the side of the ship and uses a ring of water walking just to float out nearby and just watch, and is sort of friendly kind of worry, hoping that nothing untoward happens and nothing tries to eat it tries to eat Theo this morning, so it's just watching over it, any kind of dangers in the water. and quite enjoying being on the water as well. So, and gives a wave of a nice little pseudopod a pillow. It doesn't try and distract, because that's led to problems before.
The captain just sort of watches you both from the power of the ship, just shaking his head. Risk your lives. Excellent. Next up, Max.
Hi, my name is Max, or Viker, as most of you will know me. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a transgender, autistic, creative, queer nerd from Germany, and today I play Misokov, a Myconate profound soul blood hunter. Microsoft's pronouns are he, it, and today he is watching the little animals and the barnacles on the side of the ship, not paying too much mind to the other two and their wild shenanigans.
Yeah, there's a bunch of little barnacles and tiny little crabs there as just, yeah, shenanigans in the distance screaming. Um, Next up, Brandon.
Awesome. My name's Brandon. I use they, them, and he, him pronouns, and I'll be playing Klep, a total person, uses any pronouns. And I think that Klep is probably on the prow question mark of the front of the ship, just kind of staring off as the sun begins to rise, and just thinking about what possibly could happen today. We've already seen so much crazy shit, and yeah, just kind of thinking, what the fuck, and yeah.
Nice. Yeah, as you prepare for the morning, last up, Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda. My pronouns are she, her. I will be playing a lizard folk named Oth. He is a rogue. He very much looks like an alligator because alligators are best lizard. As you know, half of the crew is already doing. Oth is probably in the water, holding on to a netting from the side and letting the water swoosh past him, and then he just chomps down on any fish that he sees.
Getting some breakfast. Excellent. Yeah, as you guys do some more jet skiing, the the boat hits a particularly large wave, and there's a huge spray of water, and we hit a wiggly flashback to what has set you on this adventure here, and we can picture the Red Hand Adventurer's office, which is above the sort of tavern that's run underneath there. The Guildmaster relaxes next to a large table at an early morning meeting with all of you all. Guildmaster Kishtari is a Yuan-Ti woman, middle-aged, a former adventurer herself. She's wearing a deep red and gold sari, lots of like kind of snake-like patterns in the little paisley there. And it's first thing in the morning, and the office is already just packed full of cigar smoke as she kind of leans back in her chair as the big map spread out there. And she's like, all right, well, thanks for meeting with me, everybody. I appreciate you taking on this one. I know it's not, it's not going to maybe pay as much as some of the others, but Zuraz is an old friend, and I'd like to, send some of my best their way. So essentially, and I don't like to be super loud about this part of the business, but often what kind of sets some of these jobs in motion, I get a vision from time to time. Not all of our jobs are from that, we take in from everywhere, but sometimes they come directly from the top. And this one is a little strange. Sometimes they're very straightforward. There's a large dragon attacking a small village. I know how to handle that. And the night before last, I woke up from this dream there, saw a friend of mine who I hadn't seen in some years, Zuraz, who we were on a mountain and I'd never been there before, and they were a little ways off, and I kept trying to walk closer to them, and it's like every step I took I just got sort of slower and I never could reach them, and it just sort of unsettled me. So I reached out, and it turns out there is something kind of odd going on in their neck of the woods. We used to run around ourselves in our younger days, and they're settled in now as a peacekeeper. And they take care of this little village here. And there are some stone statues, I guess, scattered around the village. Some of them hold some sacred significance to the people that live there. And a couple days ago, a few of them started moving. Apparently, not very much. They would just sort of turn or take a step. And then Zura's actually got to see one of them turn and apparently told him to run. And so they've been trying to figure out what's going on, but magic isn't really their strong suit. So I told him I'd send a few people to check it out here. And she looks at the map that's spread across the desk there and indicates a small little island. This is this little town, Glaucliff. I guess they have some like artists there. Not a whole lot to speak of, but yeah, I'd appreciate it if you guys could go and see what's giving them trouble. I assume it's nothing big. So the pay right now is 200 gold, but if you guys want to negotiate some hazard pay afterwards, if things do get a little tricky, I'm always open to that. I guess any questions?
Yeah, I had one question. How do we know anything about these statues besides that they started, like, how long have they been there, or and I think in this moment Klep also just kind of turns and just like takes stock at his allies and how many of them are listening to this part and how many are looking for magical artifacts to munch on or whatever.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
An insight check? Okay. Okay, so starting off first roll of the game with a hot 6. Insight. Okay. It's gonna be 5.
I don't know. I think you're pretty deep in all of the papers and maps that are spread on the table there to worry about maybe whether your companions might or might not be trying to eat something.
We're gonna solve it. It's gonna be okay.
Well said, Klep. And Theo is attempting to smoke a cigar and does not know how to smoke cigars. As well said.
No.
Kishtari kind of gives you an approving nod, Theo, and then looks over some of her notes and says, are any of you registered as a cleric? No. And she's like, I don't think so.
No. Wouldn't touch the gods. Couldn't touch the stuff.
Absolutely not.
Approved. Okay. And she flips open to a very complex looking chart. All right, we've got 5 of you going out. No main healers. Okay. That is 2 universal health pairs, and she removes a box from the desk that has a little like glass top and like some straw, a little nestling. These beautiful golden pears, and she takes 2 out from the box and says, who wants them? These will do about a standard healing potion.
How many of them were there?
I don't make the rules. The artificers make the rules, but it's for this level, it'd be 2 for the party.
Oh.
Klep, why don't you and I hold on to those, Klep? We'll make sure that they're distributed properly. I mean, Ooblex, you could just run them over. You're very agile. You could run them over at any point. So.
Oh, I could probably. Oh, you don't want me to eat one yet, though. So I won't.
Not yet.
One.
No one eats them yet. And I look at Oth. No one eats them yet. We need them for later.
Flow slightly nervously away from Oth at the mention of being eaten.
We need them for later.
Oh, can I ask you a question, Guildmaster? A really good question. When you said it came from the top, what top did you mean?
Oh, from me. Occasionally I assign out some of the jobs.
Oh.
Often it's, different clients, but this one from me.
I'm sorry. So you're top.
I am somehow still in charge.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
But you said the visions
Yes.
came from the top too, so are the visions on top of you?
I mean, I guess they do kind of give me orders. So,
Well, bottoms never get
Yeah?
visions, so us bottoms never get visions. So it's clearly from the top.
Exactly.
so I guess, yeah, it is technically the visions that is ultimately in charge. Yeah, sometimes.
Oh. Right. No, Ooblex is quite happy to have figured that problem out.
Well said, Max. Well said.
All right. And there's a soft knock on the office door, and a tiefling in a very well pressed suit sort of leans in. It's like, Shkistar, you have an appointment with the ethics committee, and she's like, I hate talking. Okay. Yep. All right. Anything else I can do for you all? God, I miss crawling around in dungeons.
Oh, do we need to have any particular ethics for this mission then? I didn't even know we had an ethics committee.
Oh, I mean, they make the big decisions as far as how much gets paid out for what, and the minutia of hazard pay. Then they ask me a bunch of complex questions. So, no, you guys will not have to deal with that, other than just have some good ones.
Have some good ethics. Okay.
Understood.
Oh. Ooblex is trying not to look nervous, having never really pondered that before. Floats into a corner just to think about it for a little while.
Yeah, as you start to ponder what good ethics are, the flashback wiggles again here, and we are again thrown on the deck of this ship, sprayed with the fresh waves early in the morning. The captain hisses and scatters back toward the center of the ship, as you see a little island approaching in the distance. If you want to pull that up on the mountain here, I've got a little mini map for the island of Valkyrit, which is fairly mountainous, especially toward the center of this island, and there appear to be large channels in between some of the parts of the island here. As you approach the little harbor, there's a beautiful black sand beach, and a small little town on the edge of it. You can see some shops in the distance. There is a lighthouse that even during the day you can see just the bright enchantment kind of radiating out of this lighthouse here. In the distance, past the village, there are some rice paddies leading up into the mountains, and some really dramatic cliffs along one side that would be quite difficult to scale. But you pull up against this dock here, and the captain tosses out a rope to a silver dragonborn standing on the dock there, and the captain turns to addresses you and the crew and says, well, welcome and good morning, my friends. We have once again faced our greatest fear and made it through the night on the terrible seas. We will put here up, and we serve at your leisure. Kishtari has said we wait until you are finished with this mission. So, and he kicks one of the crew who's working is get up. We'll have to finally get off of this ship. And they start double time clearing up the ship to get ready for everyone to disembark here. As you guys start to pull up along the dock, what do your characters do?
Ooblex will flow down the gangplank onto the dock and sort of goes slightly up, and this blob is seems to be looking about without eyes and trying to look for statues already.
You slither off of the ship there,
Mhm.
and this silver dragonborn approaches you, and looks a little bit confused and like keeps a small distance, and then up at the ship and like double checks the flag and is like, good morning, and looks over you, is not quite sure what type of ooze you are, so like keeps like a step back and is like, you part of the uh it's the Red Hands crew, yeah?
Oh, hi! Yes, I'm a part of the Red Hand. I actually don't have any hands right now. I can have some if you want.
Uh, no worries. I don't think that's actually a requirement.
Oh,
I follow behind Ooblex and I reach out my hand.
They give you like a big, like forearm grasp sort of handshake, and almost like pull you down the gangplank there toward them. Good morning. Peacekeepers Zaraz, and you are?
Well, my name is Theodore, and I do the whole spiel. This is everyone. We have, and I point everybody out. This is Oth. This is Mikazov. This is Ooblex up there, and that's Klep.
Wonderful to meet you all. Yeah, I did warn her not to send any humans out. They don't do well on the island, so this crew looks welcome. And he ushers you all down the dock there. Welcome to Glaucliff. Quite a nice little place. Usually not much too going on, but I do appreciate your stopping out here. We've had a bit of trouble with some of the statuary getting a bit antsy, and yeah, I thought maybe we'd just smash them up just to be safe. I always worry about statues, anyways. Ghosts could come along at any second, and that's quite dangerous. But the people want to see if we can find some perhaps way of just settling them down.
Yes, we will do a thorough investigation. Yes, absolutely.
yeah, the ooze ripples, and it's like, so how old are your statues? Like, how long have you had statues here? Because I went to one island once where they had statues, but they didn't have statues. And turned out they were all people turned into statues, and that was a bad scene.
Well, I mean, I hope nothing like that. They do predate us living here in the town. I've only been here about, I don't know, about 10 years. But I guess the town's been here not quite 100. But they've been here longer than anybody's lived here. So I guess somebody must have lived here before.
Oth conspicuously sniffs him to see if he smells like magic items.
Roll an investigation.
11 plus 7, 18.
Yeah, I think the staff that he's carrying, I think probably has a bit of a magic smell to it there.
He just has his nose glued to it like a beagle.
I knew I should have stalked banishment. I think that as Klep sees something horrible might happen to this person's staff, steps forward and goes, my old mentor, he actually made some statues that moved, except they were incredibly quick, and it was like whenever you blinked, they'd be like right in your face. So it was extraordinarily terrifying. So I might have some experience with this, but yeah, we have no information on who was here hundreds of years ago.
Not as far as I know. I think well, here, and he takes you, or they take you through the town there, and start through some of the like artist district, as it were. There's a lot of like little shops and things, and he's like, again, I haven't been here super long. If you want to ask about much of the history, I'd recommend maybe if you wanted to head up and talk to Papa Sheldon up at the lighthouse. He's a bit of our I guess a witch of sorts. But he's been here definitely the longest. But that's where I suggest there. But and he points out to like towards some of the rice paddy, and he's like, so when I saw it, and there's a statue of a heron gone, standing next to the edge of this rice paddy. He's like, that used to be the kneeling hare, and now I guess it's the standing hare moon. And I would say he just he stood up and it looked at me and it had eyes all of a sudden, and it was like, run, and I didn't know what to do, and then it froze again. So it was quite unsettling, and I don't really know much about magic.
Okay, did you run?
I did a little bit,
Okay, good. Okay.
and I turned to see if it was going to maybe chase me, and it stopped.
Okay, sounds good.
Ooh. Did the statue look like Theo? Because if it is Theo, that would explain a lot.
Theo is
It also
standing
would explain
exactly.
nothing.
Theo's standing exactly like how that statue is standing, and just mimicking it exactly. Yes.
I point to Theo. I point to the statue.
Yeah, I guess a bit. Yeah.
So what if you're going to become a statue, or you were a statue, and that's why you're...
I don't remember being a statue, but that would probably be the point of being a statue, is that I wouldn't remember being a statue.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. So I've never been a statue either, but I wouldn't remember it.
We should probably leave this poor person to do their job and go see that witch.
Well, I mean, it's my job to take care of things about town, so I'm happy to show you around. You're welcome to go talk to Papa Sheldon. I'm happy to introduce you to anybody else. I think a couple of the artists have seen some of them move. I can take you up there to show it to you if you like.
What do we think, gang? Talk to the witch first, or go see the other statues?
I want to sniff a statue.
I'm kind of one for doing as much research as we can before we plow through, but sure, yeah, let's go up to the statues. I'm okay with that.
Well said.
I'm gonna message Max really quick and just be like, do you have any insights into our current situation? Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
Okay, great to know.
All right, so where would you guys like to head?
I think statues.
Statue.
Sure. Peacekeeper starts with, he's like, yeah, no, I can take you right up there. And he leads you up through along the pathways to the rice paddy there. And as you arrive, there's a small wooden dock built out into this little pond. And a statue of a herringon is standing next to this dock. He is standing with his hand outstretched and is now grasping hold of this rope that is leading to a little boat that's floating on the water there. And Zeraz says, so this one used to be sort of crouched down by the water, and we keep the rope sort of tied around its hand, and then it stood up and sort of, and the boat is a little bit out of the water, just the top of it. He stood up and turned, and now he's stuck like this, I guess.
I was just going to say, Klep for about 10 minutes is going to take a seat just kind of near the statue, and you'll see his normal golden and black scales begin rippling with light as he ritually casts Detect Magic.
Nice. As you do your meditation there, start to cast that. It is a ritual, so while he's doing the spell, what does everybody else do?
Hoth sniffs the statue's face
Right.
and wants to know if it smells like delicious magic items.
Make an investigation check.
Let's see, 21. I have a plus 11 to investigation, guys.
Best skill.
Not having any spell to back it up, you're not sure like what sort of magic, but it does. There's a little bit of that tang of that delicious magic smell.
He just.
I think Theo is trying to replicate what the statue was doing, like trying to if I can get into the mind of the statue, maybe I'll be able to understand what we're doing. So it
method acting.
started like
Excellent.
this, and I how was he standing? And I just go through the whole and then he stood up and standed. I like this place though. They have lots of Herringon statues. This is a very, very good place.
Ooblex is just going to be floating around the statue, checking for any cracks in it, poking it with a pseudopod, seeing if there's a way to get inside it, if it has any cracks from having moved or anything else.
Nice. Yep. Make an investigation check.
Ooh, that probably won't go as well. Oh, that is... I hate to show up other people, but that was a 5.
Okay, with the 5, you are uncertain as to why, but given your nature, I think you couldn't help but flow into cracks. So as you start to investigate this statue, you do find that it has a bunch of cracks, especially along the arm here and on the hips, where you're, and the rest of you watch as along the joints of this statue starts to just seep into the statue here.
Ooh, there's lots of cracks here, and I don't know if they're new or old though. It's really nice.
While you do that, I would like to use my Grim Psychometry to find anything sinister, tragic. Before it gets even more
sinister or
before
tragic.
it gets more tragic.
What an odd ability. Okay, what do you roll for that or
A history check, yeah.
a history check? Okay, make a history check. I sense bad vibes were once here.
24.
Beautiful. What does it look like when you access this sort of sense, this mushroom ability?
It's I just put my little hands, my not so little hands on the statue, and I just, my hands just grow these muscles, and I just glow a little, basically sense into it and try to find anything. And you see that I'm a little bit oozing from my cap.
Just a little bit of mushroom ooze.
Yeah.
As you vibe check the region around you.
Basically, yeah.
And immediately, on the statue, the impression you're left with is fear and confusion. Just being a little overwhelmed with trying to figure out what is happening. That sort of confusing feeling. As you, how far out of a range does this have?
It's more like a check, so not really a spell or anything.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah, I think the vibe that you immediately get from this statue is, it's just one of fear and confusion. But it is kind of at odds with the rest of the vibe of just the area around it. You're not getting that in general from the land around you, just kind of from the statue.
You see, you know when a kid touches a hot plate, that's what I do.
As you guys finish checking out this and your spell resolves there, Klep, you can absolutely confirm the initial hypothesis posed that it smells like magic. In fact, yes, there is a spell affecting this statue here, and they're in like. It's localized around the statue, but then also the spell that's affecting it does kind of radiate out to everything around it. There is, once you have that detect magic on, there's just sort of a low level radiation, like a background hum underneath of this, but that you're having trouble placing. But what's affecting this statue here would fall under the rule of chronomancy.
Shit. Okay. Can I perchance try to message the statue?
Yes.
Okay. It does say you can cast the spell through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier of magical silence. 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or thin sheet of lead, blah, blah, blah. The spell ends or blocks the spell. So I don't know if that does anything.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's an 18. It's a little bit better.
Okay. What do you message?
Knowing that it said run, and that it there's something to do with time. I think I'm just going to ask, how did you get here?
You ask that, and there is an odd sensation where, because I assume, especially at your level, this is a spell you've cast lots of times before, and you're used to the feeling of like the message going out and that connection remaining open, and then the message, being received and the spell being over, and the message goes out. And that line kind of stays open, and it does have an odd feeling to you, but you immediately after you ask the question, you feel that spell is still open, but you don't immediately get a message back.
Klep, you see Klep shiver, and just relay that information to y'all. That they confirm that it's magical, and that there's something. I've cast this spell multiple times before. I've been able to talk to, but there's like an open door, that just like no one's walking through. It's just it's very unsettling. What do you guys think we should do? I don't want to like hurt the statue.
Are you just not yelling loud enough in your message? And he just goes, "Hello, hello,"
right up against the statue's ear,
right in his ear, right in one of his big ears from the. Hello.
Yes.
Did he hear that? Do you know? Did the statue hear that?
Did that solve everything?
Unfortunately, no. That seems to not have affected the spell. Nope.
Okay. I'm not sure what it could be. Maybe that witch guy will have some answers for us, or have some information.
So, don't eat the statue.
I'm gonna say it might be a person, so maybe not yet.
Considering it's a Harangon, can we pick the statue up and take it with us?
Theo just gets into a pose. I mean, I guess you can carry me, but oh, the statue. Oh, I don't know. Like just like little like quick pickup. Like can I?
I just do this. A piece, basically.
Yeah, Ooblex is gonna just flow over and just sort of lean lightly into Clep as sort of a comfort thing, and just shake a bit as well, and hope that sort of balances things out.
As you guys consider trying how to pick up this statue, Clep stands back, kind of surveys the spell here, and you hear this tiny sound start that slowly gets louder. That's essentially just like just very long and drawn out for a few seconds, and then you finally feel that spell close.
Just to clarify, it was a long drawn out what?
Yeah, I think with an 18 you could probably get a what back and maybe a help.
Okay. Clamp goes, so it responded, nothing super helpful, at this moment, but I don't know, maybe I can try again later. It doesn't, it's almost like maybe we gotta find like the router for this place, because there's just like a lot of lag that's like happening, so maybe like we just gotta reset.
You have to unplug it and plug it back in, of course.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of magic
Classic
words
magic.
No.
Arcane magic.
Classic magic.
We should talk to the witch. Maybe she has lunch.
I'm done for
That's
lunch.
a good point.
She-
You can always use a good lunch.
The peacekeeper has watched your in-depth investigations with the eye of a former adventurer, just like, yeah, this is how it goes. Yep.
You know the process. This is how it
So
Yeah.
goes.
reducing the amount we get paid.
And he just looks over to Clem and says, "Wait, so this thing it talked to you?"
It said one word to me, very drawn out, just what. And I don't, maybe it didn't understand me, maybe it didn't hear me. But like, yeah, I could try casting it again. I don't know, just sitting in that like silence waiting for an answer was very uncomfortable for me. So I don't.
No, that's fair. I just wanted to make sure I understood that. See, this is why you should just smash them all up. No statues.
Okay, well, I just.
Now, I mean, wait a minute. It's a heron god. I'm not just going to get rid of a heron god statue.
Well, I mean, they're not all herringons. There's
well, we can smash those, but the heron god ones we keep.
there's an Aarakocra, I think, on the lighthouse. There's like the 3 little tabaxi girls up a little bit farther. Yeah, they're all sorts of people.
So, I'm sorry. So, Harangon, 3 Tabaxi sisters, did they say?
We call them the 3 sisters. They're just like 3 little tabaxi girls, like sort of playing a little farther north.
And then an Aarakocra.
Yeah, there's a few more, especially as you head, a little further out of town. I don't normally go heading out far. I'm mostly here just to sort of protect the town and like keep a watch on things. So I haven't done much exploring.
That's all good.
Yeah, we can try.
There is a light poke at Aziras, and then when the one said run to you, was it really drawn out too, or was it really quick?
No, it was like quick, just like run, sort of deal. And if you do head out of town and do exploring, the woods are a little dangerous. There are these sort of like like beasts, like an animal, but like it's made out of glass and like sometimes terrible claws and things. So like that's most of my job is to keep those out of town. So like as you go out of town, just keep an eye on it. And like I assume that's what was going on, sort of deal. When he's like, run, I'm like, oh no, but it's not in there.
When it spoke to you, did its mouth move, or did it just speak telepathically? In a telepath? I don't. In your head.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think it was telepathic. It was just with mouths.
Did it use a router?
Oh, I don't know. That's advanced magic. It maybe might have used a router. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, let's go see this witch person, I think that's our best bet right now.
All right. Well, I'll be around. If you need me, and he points over to one of the larger buildings in town where you can see there's like a bell tower on top. He's like, that's the town hall. If I'm not there, you can ring the bell and I'll come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you guys leave him as he just sort of like keeps a watchful eye on that statue. Just concerned now. You guys head off into town. You just head toward the lighthouse and the witch.
Mm-hmm.
This won't be creepy at all.
Lighthouse.
Yeah, on the edge of town, perched on the edge of a cliff there, as there's like sort of a dip in the cliffs where there's a sand beach where the town is the lighthouse. And as you approach, you can see another one of those statues of an Aarakocra sort of leaning over almost the railing, looking out over the town. The lighthouse appears to be the oldest building in town, and you can see in a couple places where they've like patched it up with the different bits of stone and like added on a small little kind of house to the bottom here as they've like kept it together over the years. There's a large wooden door out front. With an old bell that's like corroded from all the sea air. What do you guys do?
I just have a quick question before we get into it.
Yeah.
It could be longer than a 10-minute walk or whatever, but does my detect magic pick up anything else from this lighthouse or anything like that?
I think it is probably longer than a 10-minute walk there. Yeah, unfortunately, sorry.
That's fair.
Ooblex does want to examine the Aarakocra statue and see if it has the same kind of cracks as if it's moved as well.
That one is way up on the top of the lighthouse there, but go ahead and roll an investigation check if you want to just eyeball it. I don't know if you have eyeballs.
That was an 18! Wow! That's
Okay.
actually...
Now that you know what you're looking for, yeah, you see a lot of cracks like along its Aarakocra is like a crane sort of bird. It has like a very long neck, and you can see lots of cracks along the neck there, even from a distance.
All right, yeah. So Ooblex flows up to be about very thin, 5 foot tall, and thumps back down to the ground in a blob. But then says, "There's a lot of cracks on the Aarakocra too. I think it's been moving as well." And that's not really old cracks. The lighthouse has cracks too. What if it's a statue as well?
This is much bigger than we thought.
Well, it is a lighthouse. It is really big.
Oh yeah, it is. Well,
Somebody rings the bell.
I'm debating doing something, but I'll save it for later.
Theo just walks right up and knocks on the door.
You hear a soft voice from the inside. Oh, it is open, I think. Hold on. Let me check. And you're just like very slow creaking across the door there, or from the other side.
Theo waits patiently.
Klep, if you had any spells you had prepared there, or were thinking about, there is time as you guys wait here in the fairy slope.
As the door opens, how far away are we from the statue?
I'm gonna say it's a good 25, 30 feet up. Tall building.
Do you guys want me to try something that potentially might be very bad or potentially might do nothing?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to point at the Aarakocra statue from my turtle shell. A wave of blue magic goes over my body and through my scales, and I cast Dispel Magic on the statue.
Nice. As you listen to the slowly approaching footsteps from inside, you cast a spell magic, and the statue above you, the wings sort of crack and little bits of stone fall off as this Aarakocra finishes the turn that they were making in this statue form, as they finish turning around to the north, and then grab onto the railing, and as they move, each a little bit more rock falls off, and they grip the railing and look down, and they see you, and then they stare up at the mountains, and look kind of dizzy for a moment, and they're kind of what the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. You were a statue.
Klep, that was cool.
Thank you. It could be bad.
Does the door open right now?
Yeah, the door slowly creaks open, and the oldest turtle you've ever seen, sort of bent over this tiny little staff, looks up at you all. And Klep, are you also an old tortoise? I couldn't remember from here.
No, I'm middle-aged, so despite seeing this and seeing this incredibly ancient turtle step out of the door, and just catching Klep off guard, Klep just goes, "Oh fuck!"
He is holding this little staff, and has a beautiful etched scales on his shell, little gemstones kind of set into some of them, and he peers up over you over these big thick glasses, as this Aarakocra is just screeching from the top of the lighthouse, and he's just good morning, welcome, visitors, yes, tourists, well, all right, and starts to push this door open, and as the is what's that racket from up above, and oh yes,
I think your statue turned on.
what? No, they don't turn on.
He's yelling right now, and it's very loud.
This old turtle slowly takes a step out, and looks up, and then looks at you, Theo. Is that's never happened before.
Oh, so we're the first tourists to see this happen? That's crazy.
Well,
Does that mean do we pay extra?
little bits of rock continue to fall down, and the turtle taps his staff on the lighthouse. Is stop that! Get back down up there! And the Aarakocra is. You could tell he's trying to attempt to fly down, but there's so much stone on his wing. He's just scrambling at all of this. He's One of you trapped me in rock. One of you just done this, and then you just appeared. What are you, some sort of terrible wizard? And he disappears around the side of the lighthouse, and you hear like a door slamming open on the other side. And the turtle looks up, is like, "Oh, well, just come down now," and just sort of like patiently waits. And like looks just like, "Well, you've all woken the spirits." There.
I'm sorry. I just didn't know. I thought that it was gonna be something cool was gonna happen, and then he started screaming, and it was just like too much. And then you jumped out, and I'm sorry. It was just too much.
That was pretty cool.
Well, I suppose they had to wake up at some time. They've been asleep too long, probably.
And
It's
then
not good to sleep too long.
after a beat, it kind of clicks in Klep's head that this old turtle isn't at all surprised that the statue was moving or that came done, and is just like, are you aware of what's happening? Why we're here? We're an adventurers. We're part of Adventurers Guild. We came here to investigate the statues. Did you know about the statues?
Oh, I know all about the statues.
Okay.
I don't know why any of the tourists come. It's something about jewelry, and I don't know.
So tour's little derogatory, but this is fine. We came here to try to help, but okay. Yeah, and just I think Klep just fully just like sits down and just like needs a second.
And he kind of like shakes his head and like it's like, statues always move. No one pays attention. Kids stays right around, do all sorts of things. No one ever watches to watch. Gross. And as he says that, there's like crashing from inside. As you can see, as you're standing on the outside of this lighthouse, and there's like a little bit of a musty smell, and there's like lots of sort of things piled up in corners. It seems like no one has been out here to help this old witch clean things in a while. And finally, this Aarakocra stumbles out, and he's like half covered in stone still, and is like scratching at all of this and trying to get it out of his wings. And he steps down, and you're all still standing there. He steps back down in there. He says, "All right, I don't know who you are or what you've done to my house. You've filled it with trash and turned me to rock." And he like looks around and picks up what just appears to be an old book laying on the side. He's like, "Get out."
Would you like help cleaning? And I start prestidigitationing, just like in little areas and just cleaning. Oh yes, a tidy workspace. That's a good idea.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
That is a 24.
Nice. With a 24, I think, with the look of a man who has just had too many strange things happen to him, he just kind of nods. He's like, yeah, actually, if you didn't put all the trash in my house?
Oh, I didn't. This old person did, but I think that's due to living here for a while, and just everyone needs a tidying up every once in a while. That's not a big deal.
And the turtle kind of like looks up at this Aarakocra's like, "Oh, I put the trash in my house."
Huh? Yes, you put trash in your own house.
Wait, I know. Were you a statue as well? To the turtle.
No, I've never been a statue.
Oh.
I've been here for 150 some years, and you've been a statue, and this is my house. And the Aarakocra's like, I don't understand what's happening. This is a very weird day. There was like an explosion, and I ran up to look, and everything was on fire. And now everything is fine, and there are strange wizards in my house, and my house is full of trash.
Well, not anymore. And I'm cleaning as he's explaining.
Some of us aren't even wizards.
Oh, but how did you appear if you're not wizards? You were just you were just here
we
suddenly.
walked.
I'm gonna point at the boat too.
And as you point at the boat, he like looks around and like takes in the village around him and sees the boat, and then just kind of sits down and
Next to Clep.
Yeah, just sits down next to Clep and like continues to pick bits of rock out of his feathers, and then like looks over and watches Theo clean his house. It's like, I don't understand what's happening. None of that's here. Have I died? And this is like a weird dream I'm having.
Off is going to aggressively sniff him.
Jesus Christ. Oh no.
Roll investigation.
23.
What are you trying to glean from the sniff, I guess?
Does he also smell delicious like the Herringon statue did?
No, actually. Like smells a little musty. And like he could use a bath probably, but no, does not have a magic smell.
Off kind of snorts and goes, he doesn't smell as yummy as the other one.
I point to Off and then I point to the house. Because I think the house wasn't here before.
You think that the house wasn't here before the lighthouse?
Yes.
I guess I just kind of like formally asked the Aarakocra, like, you said that this was your house. Also, I'm so sorry. We came here just to investigate some potentially movie statues. It was my fault I don't know if you preferred being a statue. I guess you might have, because you weren't like having this existential crisis. I just I completely lost my train of thought. But has this lighthouse been here before?
Well, and he looks at it. He's like, I mean, they've done things to it. There's bits missing and new bits, but yeah, this is. I mean, I lived here, most of my life.
Is it too much of a meta question to ask what year it is currently, and then what year the Aarakocra thinks it is?
Oh, interesting. Yes.
We can cut this out if it's like, yeah.
No, that's fine. I should have thought in this style of game to invent like a BC like a year for things, but yeah, in character, yeah, you could definitely ask him what year he thinks it is, essentially, and go ahead and make a history check at advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
While that's being done, Ooblex is using a couple of pseudopods and she's helping clear some of the stone off this poor Aarakocra.
Oh,
We think we're being helpful, but it's probably a little more unsettling than helpful. So
Haven't rolled higher than a 10 yet, but that's going to be an 18 for history.
Nice. With an 18, yeah, I think you're able to like discuss a couple landmarks, and this Aarakocra thinks it's like a little over 100 years ago, like 110, 120.
And then just the last thing that I'm gonna ask before we can move on to someone else is, there's a couple statues, and then I just point in the vague direction that I know are there, of Tabaxi sisters, I believe is what the locals are calling them, and then there's a Herringon who actually looks a lot like my friend right here. Do you mind doing the pose?
I'll walk up and go, I have a very important, yes, oh, I pose, and I pose exactly that. I have a very important question, Mr. Eric Roker, which, by the way, my name is Theo. This is Ooblex, that's Olaf, that's Mizikov, and that's Klep.
Yeah.
How would you like your books organized? By title alphabetically, or by author alphabetically?
Or by color.
Or by color, that's true. You can go for like an aesthetic vibe more so than, practicality, as I'm posing.
He looks very confused and he says, I don't have any books. And the turtle pats him on the shoulder and says, yes, but I think if you organize them by magic system, ideally, and he looks down at the air core and says, oh, don't worry, lad, we'll find you a new house. And Eric Cocker just looks a little dejected.
So they're not your books. Throw them out. Right.
No, there's it.
Starts taking books off the shelf and just hucking them out the front door.
If they're not his books, can I take any?
No, they're my books. And he slowly starts to make his way back over the door, and this is carefully mage hand picking them up, and is like, but this is my books in my house. And as you throw them in, it's slowly mage handing them back in.
Just going down the aisles, and then he's just putting them back slowly.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you know each other? Because you've been here a long time, too.
The turtle looks down at him and says, no, I don't recognize him. There weren't many people when I first came here, and they've all died at this point.
And yeah, I think we might have gotten a bit ahead of ourselves. Can we just grab your names really quick? The two people that we just met.
The Eric Cocker looks up, says, "Oh, I'm Javius," and the turtle says, "Well, most of the townsfolk call me Papa Sheldon. I'm just the local witch." And he looks at Kelp and says, I think in Turtles, says, "Oh, my name is Chevriel." And he it means a particular abalone reflection, it is a word in turtle that just doesn't translate. And he says, oh, but the little ones call me Papa Sheldon.
Can I just do I don't know, it's insight isn't my best skill, but can I just do an insight on Papa Sheldon just to figure out
Sure.
his is he lying? Is he?
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
Okay, I think this dice is going to be retired for today because that's another 5. So you seem very trustworthy, actually. Yeah, this seems good.
Well, glad to meet you, young lad. And he looks down at the air carcasses. I've been taking care of the statues for many years, and leaving offerings to them, and one has never come to life. I suppose if you want, we could share the house. And Travis just throws up his little wings, but he looks at the rest of you. He's like, I've taken these statues for a long time, although I don't get around as good as I used to. If I didn't know they could all. I mean, they've always moved, but I didn't know you could fix them like this. And that's probably good. And he looks there, he's like, you appreciate being freed, don't you, Spirit? And Eric is like, yeah, I think. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I appreciate being. I was a statue for a long time. The turtle just sort of nods, like, yes, I've laid many, flower offerings up for you, and I keep the boat floating for the heron gone in the rice paddies, and we would like to leave little offerings, and we believe that you keep us safe from the dangers of the forest. And then the Aarakocra sort of nods, like, oh, I'm glad I helped then, I guess.
I cross my arms and I'm giving him the stare of the century. I don't believe him. I want to say, I'm like, I'm gonna inside check him.
Sure.
Ooblex gives the Aarakocra a helpful poke this time. So, were there always weird things in the forest that were dangerous when you were around too? Before you were a statue?
No.
That's a free.
I mean,
I rolled a nat 1.
you're not sure what the motivations are there, Mikazov, but Ooblex, he says, no, I mean, when before, I guess I was a statue, and now there's a town here, but there wasn't before. We everybody used to live up toward the top. It's quite nice. The views are lovely. It's a little bit odd because there's like the mists that the humans can't abide, but if and he looks around, he's like, all of you would be fine here. It's a nice place. I don't think there's anything terrible in the woods. He looks up at the turtle, who's like, no, there are fierce beasts here. That is well known. And the Aarakocra's like, okay, I guess that's new too. All right.
There's just a loud clang from the kitchen as I drop a bunch of pots and pans, and I come walking over. So, are you actually a spirit, or are you just a person who lived here? And then was there you said there was some sort of explosion?
Yeah, it was. Well, I keep the lighthouse. Most everybody lives up toward the top. And he like looks up, and like as you look up the top of the mountain, like you can see like there's trees and things up there, but you can't see any sort of town. He's like, I don't say the town anymore, but now there was like an explosion, and it was like everything was shaking, and I ran up to the top of the lighthouse, and I looked up toward the town, and it was like everything was on fire, and then that's the last thing I remember. Everything was on fire, and then all of a sudden everything is fine, and I look down, and you people are here.
Oh, we're pretty fine too.
Oh, good. Glad everything is fine now.
And then second, are you a baker or do you cook more? And which ones do you want in front and which ones do you want in back?
Wait, I mean, I guess I mostly cook sort of fish. All right.
I got it. Don't worry about it. And I go back to organizing the kitchen.
Arthur's just like, bring food.
There's only peanuts here for some reason. I don't know why. There's only peanuts. I just.
They're good for you. Everything you need.
It. Clang, click, clang, clang.
I think that Klep is gonna turn to the Aarakocra again and just ask.
Yeah, we did see a couple more statues, one of which we know spoke the word run and later what. And we did try to pick it up. Yes, thank you, Max. Do you are those possible friends? Does that sound familiar to you at all?
I mean, yeah, I know a few Herringon that live in town. I guess whereabout?
I just point in the general direction.
Yeah, so you point over there. He kind of looks over, is like, I mean, Keith, I think, works that in that area. That might have been him.
Does he drag on his words a lot? Does he go like, what?
Oh no, I guess.
Okay.
Sort of talks like most people.
Okay, good to know. Should we go free the rest of the statues since we, like, I kind of don't know what to do here.
How many times can you do that, Gleb?
Well, I know. I just feel we know that they're like people, so. I think Max wants to go do that, maybe? Okay.
The aircracker stands up and says, "Yeah, I mean, I would, if you can, if I was stuck like this, and the rest of them are, I would appreciate your help." And as he speaks, can I have everybody make a strength, or sorry, a dex or strength save? Your pick.
Oh, okay.
18 decks.
Now, why would we need to do that?
Nat 20.
Uh, 26
Nice.
decks.
Nice.
Jesus.
Nat 20 for a 23.
Following,
18
okay,
with a below
following,
10 roll.
Following the nat 20 and the 18, Klep got another 5 for Dex or Strength.
Oh,
I think just was
Klep just
Glorious.
retracts the
Yeah.
arms like.
just kind of like so freaked out, just needs less sensations happening on his body, and so he retracts kind of fully.
Send you
As-
a new set of dice.
Amazing. Yeah, you immediately pull all your arms in as the rest of you sort of brace yourselves. The ground starts to shake, and there's like a violent trembling. Theo, almost all of your beautiful work rattled off of shelves as you scramble to try and hold things with a natural 20. What do you save in the kitchen as things start to rattle around?
I think I save. There's like these beautiful like glass bowls, and I just got them like perfectly placed in like a beautiful pyramid, and so it's like no.
As you catch one and then another with your foot, as you save all of these, as the ground starts to shake, Javius immediately like gets it down next to Klep. As Klep, you take 4 bludgeoning damage as you pull your legs in, and you're just sort of violently shook around the ground here in your little turtle shell. And Javius was like, "It's doing it again. This is what it did." And you see that the old turtle has just sort of like calmly braced himself like against the doorway. Just like, no, this happens all the time. This is it. The island speaks to us. It is a very vocal place to live. And Javis is like, no. This is bad. This happened once, and then there was an explosion.
oh! I thought Theo did that.
No, wasn't me.
You. Okay.
Oh,
Can I? So this Papa Sheldon, is a witch, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that there's just this moment in Klep's brain, like working through something as fast as he can, where he's like, how, as someone who is so concerned with the study of as much as possible, as much of the world as possible, how are you okay being like, oh yeah, that happens every once in a while. That's fine, I guess. We haven't even explored that. and just like you see like a vein almost burst in Klep's forehead, which is hard to see because it's scales. But yeah.
I think in this moment, you suddenly understand the difference between a witch and a wizard, where you're like, I need to know why this happens. I need to know exactly what's going on. And this witch is just like, the mysterious world, we cannot understand how it operates.
Can I see, is there like paper and charcoal in somewhere? Is there paper and charcoal lying around? Because I want to draw something against my cultural preferences.
Yeah, I think definitely and like as the sort of rumbling slows down, and you all like step back inside the house, which is suddenly much tidier, although everything is jostled a little out of place now. Yeah, I think there's definitely it's like a pen and paper, like a quill pen there.
I'm just gonna draw this volcano with the explosions and the statues, and then I'm gonna draw a wizard on the top, and then I'm gonna show it to the others. And then I
Wizard volcano.
Yes.
As soon as it stops
should go
shaking,
and
I
visit.
drop all the glass balls. All the glass balls. Oops, sorry. And then I message Mizakov, like, so do you think a wizard did the explosion or something magical? Like, did someone caused this?
I think there is a wizard in the top of the mountain causing this.
Hmm.
And everyone thinks it's normal because it is a volcano island or something.
Interesting.
That was more than 25 words, but I don't care.
And as the ground stops to shake here, and you all pull yourselves back together, what would everybody like to do?
Can
Clep?
I start just by making a quick, maybe? I feel free to say no if like just Clep wouldn't have an answer to this, but seeing as our lead guess is a wizard on top of this mountain, can Clep make some kind of history check to figure out if he's heard of some kind of wizard in this part of the world?
Yeah,
before?
go ahead and make a history check there.
Okay. 23.
Okay.
15 that time.
With a 23, I don't think you know that like this particular area is necessarily home to a specific wizard, but you would know that there are a lot of wizards active in the area. As far as the Circle of Eight has a pretty big presence, and they're a little bit of a rival as far as your guilds go. So yeah, you'd know it's entirely possible that some powerful wizard has sequestered themselves on a mountain here.
Right. Ooblex is gonna just flow over to the older turtle and be like, so how often does the ground shake like that? Because that was really neat. It was like being on sea, but we weren't on sea. That was pretty fun.
Oh, it's often every few days or so. It has been more frequently of late. Sometimes the island is more or less talkative, but these last few days, there have often been 2 or 3 in a day.
Oh, and what does it tell you?
I find that the land here has deep things to say about the darker sides of one's spirit. If there, and I think he looks over to a spot on the wall where a mirror had been, and is like, "Now everything's moved around. Now you've gone and put all my things in different places."
That mirror's over that way.
I give, and he shuffles over to the other side of the room. This mirror here is made of black obsidian, which the region is known for. Most of the artists in town make bits of jewelry from it or things, but we find that a black obsidian mirror is good for looking into the darker parts of one's soul.
Oh. That's what happens when you have ethics, right?
I want to vibe check the mirror.
Yes, I can't. Sorry, I don't remember if there was a roll for vibe check.
Psychometry and the intelligence history check.
Okay, yeah, history check. Go ahead.
To see if it has sinister or tragic history.
Well, given it's had this ancient turtle looking into it,
It's a sad mirror.
26.
Nice. Okay, with a 26, yeah, I think you would be familiar with the use of black mirrors and black obsidian mirrors just in the occult in general. In that, there is an aspect which the witch is talking about as far as like using it as an inner sort of gaze thing, as like a way of looking inward to yourself. And I think he does kind of go to pat Ooblex on the back and then just can't figure out a back and sort of tries in a couple places on Ooblex. Is like, yes, this inner working is an important part of developing one's own ethics and deciding what you truly believe to be good or ill. So he's sort of talking about it as this inner shadow work sort of message. But I think Verva is also aware that, like, in the occult, there's a lot of things you could do with a black obsidian mirror, as far as communicating with other things, or like other planes, talking to different beings. There's definitely a lot of tragic histories with black obsidian mirrors for sure.
There's a part of Klep who really wants to dive in and research this as much as possible, but also really doesn't want to examine his own morals and values. So is going to like begrudgingly like just kind of stand a little bit further away from the mirror.
Ooblex is going to happily just poke the mirror with a nice little pseudopod, just see if the mirror does anything. Hi.
Make an Arcana check.
All right.
I'm gonna have a counter spell prepared.
That was a 12, so that actually wasn't terrible for Ooblex at least.
With a 12, I think you mostly see like the reflection of the pseudopod in the mirror there. Are there any kind of dark tragedies lurking in Ooblex's past?
Not as far as Ooblex is aware, so people
I
would say some things that happen to them are dark, but Ooblex doesn't see it that way, so
I think Ooblex just sees a little pseudopod kind of wave back.
I have a shadow. That's the darkness you mentioned, but everyone has a shadow.
Arthur's gonna tap Klep on the shell. Can you sparkle on the Theo statue and see if it wakes up?
Can I sparkle on the Theo statue? Yeah, I'm down to try that. Should we go there now, do we think? Or there's also that person. There could be a person on top of that mountain that like is doing the volcanoes and stuff. So I just wanna. I don't know what our like first priority is. I feel like they're both high priorities, but like I just don't know which one to do first.
Did the sparkle take you a lot of time?
It didn't take me a long time. I just get worried that I'm just not gonna have enough magic one day, and it's just like not gonna be like enough.
Do you want more magic? I have good berries.
Oh, I'll actually, one good berry would be the world to me right now.
So much flows inside to the translucent bag of holding, comes out and produces a little. The good berry is slightly slimy from the news, but it is a good berry. proper up.
Just with a little mending cantrip or whatever, we'll just try to clean off as much of the goop from it as possible, and just pop it right down, and I guess restore 1 hit point.
Yes.
But it's what the hit point represents. It's
Yeah.
Yes.
Your friends are taking care of you. Yeah.
yeah.
I could try something, but it takes longer. But I don't run out of it.
Okay, no, I think I should be okay. Thank you, Ooblex. I think I should be okay now. Yeah, we can. Do we think that this witch is gonna provide anywhere? And this just seems so old. I'm like whispering too off, like trying not to be super offensive.
I want to take a look into the mirror and see if I can ask my matron if she knows anything about this situation.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Is that a feat that you've got, or just
No.
reaching out?
Just
Okay,
reaching
gotcha.
out. Because I can commune with other spheres through that mirror, apparently.
Go ahead
So-
and make an Arcana check, and then what do you do as you approach the mirror?
That's an 18 for the check, and basically I just look into the mirror and just try to think of her, and you just see I go into this almost like a meditative state, and I go into sort of a little dance as I look into this mirror, and yeah, it's almost like meditative.
Nice.
And-
And what exactly does your matron look like?
She is a Lycan Lich, so she is this malformed druid, an undead formed from the remains of a powerful once living druid. She's half skeleton. She has a green dress, mushroom, and glowing green eyes, and yeah, she's basically covered in lichen and bark.
I think you all watch as Mikazov does this dance in front of the mirror here, and it's a very slow transition on the reflection from being Mikazov dancing to this lich face of half skeleton and all these dead mushroom growths coming out. And she slowly kind of sways in time and then holds still, and you are gazing into the face of your matron.
You wouldn't hear that probably because I do not speak. But I ask Santoria, what is up with this whole mess?
Hey, matron, what is up?
What is up?
What's up?
I'm basically, you don't know that, but I'm basically one of her children, so.
Yeah, okay. All right, I am considering the situation from the divine.
to
Well,
Mom, WTF.
no, you guys wouldn't
Mom,
hear
what's
voice.
up?
I assume it's Mom. What's going on? I'm just considering the situation from the divine aspect of the lich mushroom, or what they would think.
As you do.
Yeah, I think you get this not even speech back, but this almost a topographical graph looking thing of a mushroom growing into the shape of this island, and one of her little bony fingers reaches out and touches the top of it, and you see this little spider web of the mycelium kind of spreading over it, like a net kind of holding down the island.
Thank you, Mom. I mean, thank you, Santoria.
Ooblex sort of flows up in curiosity because that didn't happen for them. So they're just like, ooh. You have a neat reflection.
Yeah, basically, whenever I'm in contact with my matron, I turn into the small rotten, inky MacLeod. Because in the Blood Hunter, that reflects.
Nice. Yeah, for you get a very little helpful message, and everyone else just has a really disconcerting experience of this like creepy mushroom dance, and then just like gaze into the skeletal mushroom for a while unspeaking.
Theo's fully explaining the new orientation of the home to the turtle and the Aarakocra while Mizukov is doing that. And so yeah, that's where you put your books. I did them. Well, they're gone now. Well, no, wait. How did they get back there? But anyway, I'm done. So
Well, but I had the coffee mugs over here next to these cups because I like to make coffee sometimes in this room.
well, and then yes, but now they're just arguing.
Yeah.
Theo's interior decorating arc is something I wasn't expecting, but is absolutely amazing.
Arthur's like, guys, Klep is gonna go and sparkle on Rock Hard Theo.
I mean, I have been working out. Oh, thank you so much for noticing.
Klep, once again, with scales a little bit hard to see, but blushes and is like, yeah, we're gonna get the statue. We're gonna undo the statue. Is what I was saying.
Right, I knew that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, you are really good friends.
With the statue, yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
I'll message Mizukov. Mizukov, what did you get from your twerking in front of the mirror?
New mental picture.
She basically said, my major basically said, it's right to go to the top.
So you were right all along. Right.
I guess so. That never happened before, but I guess.
Well, let's go free the other ones and then go to the top of the mountain.
Sparkle
You
time.
guys,
Sparkle time.
Set back off out of the lighthouse there. As you leave, the witch is ranting about the new organization to the Aarakocra, who is still insisting that this is his house. It's as you leave back through town and approach the Harengon statue at the rice paddy there. Nothing seems to have changed since you came back. But actually, that is not true. As you go ahead and roll an investigation as everybody approaches.
Okay, Ooblex is checking to see mostly if any of the statues have fallen over or anything like that.
Just because my rolls have been all over the place today, I'm going to preface this with my passive investigation is a 14. I don't know if that's going to be
Ooblex actually got a 14 as well, which is really good with that -1.
rolling for it, though.
29.
I got a 15. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's go with a 29.
29. All right. Okay. I think you laser in on the fact that the Harengon has taken at least a couple steps from where he was there and has let go of this rope for the boat there and is now like mid-stride. I think with that high, even you like crouch down to look, and you like see that his like the top or like the tips of his like toes are just barely like off the ground. He's like mid-stride enough that he's not touching the ground at all and is just kind of hovering there as a few steps from where he was.
Dude, before...
Rockhard Theo is floating.
Okay. Rockhard Theo is floating. Should we be prepared to I can't remember to say it, but should we be prepared to catch Rockhard Theo because he's airborne?
Yeah.
So should we?
Oh yeah, Ooblex will flow underneath and sort of act like a sort of cushion.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it. Dispel magic.
You get ready to catch, and there is just a like splat. As soon as you cast the dispel magic, this Haragon continues at full stride, just straight into to Ooblex, and make a dex save, Ooblex.
Okay. That was unfortunately high. That's 18.
Okay. With an 18, I think this is not the first time you have done this maneuver
No.
to stop somebody. Yeah, you stretch yourself out and cushion him very carefully. So you just like wiggle a little bit, but are able to then set this Haragon down, who is like goes immediately from full run to stopped in your like immediate cut off of inertia there, and he looks up at you and takes a step back, and like all of that rock continues to crack off of his face, and as he's moving all of those joints, and he looks around and is like, it stops and takes a breath and like looks to the side and like has that same kind of look that the Aarakocra does, where has clearly gone from one situation to an immediately different vibe, and like stumbles a bit and takes a look at you guys and says, "Oh wait, am I dead? No, are you dead?
Hello,
no."
fellow.
And he wiggles you. I was like, "Are you a ghost?" No, and he like pokes at Ooblex.
Hello,
like,
fellow
I don't think
rock
so.
hard Haragon. Hello.
Oh,
The other one.
hello there. And he's like, I'm covered in rock. Why am I covered in rock?
There was an explosion, and you were caught in it, and so now
Yeah.
everyone you know and love is dead and gone, and it's about 100-ish something years later, and it is going to be a big adjustment, and you're really going to have to find some work to do. I think your house is probably gone. No one knows where it is.
Oh, someone else is probably in
So
it.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh, but you may have a bird friend who's still alive at the lighthouse.
Javius, I believe his name was.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, I bet you have a name too.
I
think it's-
do.
Are you
It's-
Keith?
Yeah, I'm Keith.
Okay.
Okay.
nice.
That's. Yeah, there was an explosion and a run, and
Not fast
he
enough.
turns around, looks back up at the mountain. It's over now. Okay. I'm fast, but oh man, I was so fast. Okay, it's over now. I ran. Okay,
Okay.
right. He continues to like sort of peel some of this rock off of it, like like peel off. So,
Yeah, I think we try to help him, like,
yeah, I don't
get
feel
situated
great.
as possible.
And he just like sits down again. And is like, I don't feel very good.
Ooblex, can you give him some?
Oh, Ooblex offers
Yep.
up another
Good
good
job,
berry.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm I'm starving. Yeah. And like takes the good berry. Like, that's better. Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. Can we circle back to everyone being dead?
Probably.
So we don't know that for sure.
More than likely.
It has been 100 years, we think.
Almost certain.
Nah.
Give or take.
Well, actually, if you're looking for work, I am thinking about starting a home decorating business called Queer Eye for the Heron Guy, and we're both Herongons. So it would really be beneficial if we could just... I have a job for you, easily. I mean, we could just start renovating home renovations everywhere. So
All the money Ooblex was going to be paid is going right into this.
We're all investors.
Yeah,
That's why
Ooblex is
we're
just
on.
like, yes.
No.
Yeah.
Crowdfunding.
Like angel investors.
Yeah.
does this interest you at all, or are you a little overwhelmed? I get it. That's fine.
I didn't.
You can make
know,
a decision later. That's fine.
A new job might be. Yeah. Okay. You're here hiring for people.
We're starting a
then?
branch here on this island, and then you can probably lead it. I'll teach you everything I know, and then I'm an adventurer on the side, so I do have more things to go do. But like apparently we have to go up to that mountain. That there might be someone who lives up there, a wizard or something.
I don't know if we have a wizard. But
We have one
yeah,
here.
there's a bunch of us that live up there. That, well, and then there was all the fire. And he turns around and looks. It's like, I don't know, maybe nobody live up there no
Yep,
more.
dead and gone. Yep.
Oh. Well, there's a whole town here now, so things have definitely changed.
He turns around and looks at the town. It's like, right. I'm definitely dead, though. Yeah.
No, you're alive. Everyone you know and love is dead, but you're alive.
So yeah, so the kind of the first things that you want to hear after coming into consciousness is everyone around you is dead. It's been 100 years, and we have a job for you to do.
Yes.
Those are like the big three that we
Home
like,
decorating.
yeah.
And, he,
Yeah.
How to be an
and
adventurer.
he's like picking like bits of rock out of his fur, and you dug me out of the ground, and that's why I'm.
No, you were frozen like a statue.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
I'm
Ooblex
probably
is
just
gonna-
dead.
Are the tabaxi statues relatively nearby?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Oh, well, did you know those people? Because they're statues. Like
Three
you were.
three little girls, triplets possibly.
Go ahead and everybody make a perception check.
What's the weather like? Asking for Mike and I.
Yeah.
25.
No. I think it is fairly cloudy, and looks a bit like there's some storm clouds. Like, yeah, I think there's
So not
there's
straight
kind of some
sunlight?
darker storm. No, not straight
Okay.
sunlight.
Perception would be for Klep 14.
Ooblex got a natural 1, so everything's sorted.
I think that you have like the footprint like of the Harangon still like on where your face might be. So like it's just like a little bit
Ooblex,
hard
we're
to
over
see.
here.
I'm so glad that it's. I'm so glad it's not sunlight because I rolled a 19, and if it was sunlight, it would have been a 4.
Wow.
I also rolled really high.
I don't see so well. I'm a cave-dwelling mushroom. Sunlight
Okay.
hurts me.
Is 19 our highest there then?
Yeah.
Is that right?
No,
Okay.
25.
Oh, 25. Excellent.
Thank God we have
Um,
someone passing these checks.
With a 25 off, I think you look around and you get like, now you've got it like in your nose and there's that like smell, and you like follow it up over the next ridge, and once you're over there you can see a ring of little statues off in the distance a little higher up the mountain.
Guys, it smells really good over here.
Okay.
All right, go over to that lighthouse over there, where you'll see the fine workings of Queer Eye for the Heron guy, and you go talk to your old friend, because they are alive. The one person you will ever know is over there.
Okay, I got one left in.
We'll
Alright.
try to get
But we
more,
will. We're going to
but
work on more. But
one for now.
now, it's only one.
Yeah.
Clap, come sparkle.
Oh, okay. Hustling.
You kind of leave him standing in disbelief there, and he sort of just looks around the field for a moment, and then does kind of head off toward the town. You guys approach this next set of statues, and they are 3 young tabaxi girls that are like holding hands in a circle. And at the moment, it looks like they might have been dancing, but at the moment they've all like they're standing still holding hands. But each of them is like turned, looking up toward the mountain.
Do they have any cracks on them, like they've moved as well, or?
Yeah. And now that you guys have looked for, I won't make you roll again. But you like look in at their joints and stuff, and yeah, it looks as though like they've been moved a little bit. And before, like you had heard someone mention that they had been dancing before, and they're no longer dancing; they're just sort of standing there in a circle. I'm kind of looking.
Should we, before, I know that we have done like a really good job so far of like making sure that the people that are coming out of the statues are like super prepared for the world that they're about to
Right.
jump into. Should we rehearse anything before we like we unstatue these people?
You'll mummy it. You'll.
Well, how often can you do this? Because there might be important ones on the top of the mountain
That is true.
who might know lots of things. Too.
If I were to unstatue these 3 people, I could unstatue 4 others, but then that's kind of it for my higher level magic. I will have access to plenty of lower level magic though. So do we? We're gonna do this.
Right,
We're
I'll
good?
prepare to tell them their parents are dead.
Okay. I'm ready. I will greet them.
Whoa.
Yes.
It's a 7-foot alligator.
The 7-foot alligator will greet the young children, followed immediately by a job offer by the heron.
No, they're too young. I don't employ children.
They're too young. Okay, my bad.
Oh,
my bad.
that's a good point. You don't want to.
Now, maybe someday, but no,
Yeah.
not right now.
Yeah. Maybe possible internships, but yeah,
Yep.
we'll figure it out. Once again, Sparkle happens, and I'll use my last 3rd level and then 2 4th level spell slots to unstonify these people.
Great. These 3 young girls, all kind of standing in a circle, start to blink, and they're clearly having, more trouble moving than the others, as the stone is like holding them a little bit more in place. Sorry.
With whatever cantrips that we can, just kind of like help them get out as best as possible. I imagine that might be a little bit.
Yeah, I assume people have. Yeah, you've got some prestidigitation. Yeah, you start to like cast that. As these girls blink and start to come to it, one of them like looks around and looks really dizzy, and then just like throws up. And the other 2 look around confused, and one of them looks up at Oth, just sort of like staring, kind of unblinking up at Oth, and then like slowly looks up at the others, and then like down at her friend throwing up, and is just like, hi.
Welcome. You no longer smell delicious.
Theo throws up, watching that little child throw up.
Ooblex is really impressed. Author's doing a fantastic job.
I think one of the other little girl throws up too, and this one is just like, and like takes a step aside and like looks up, just like, are we? Oh, and like helps her friend like hit the hair. Was like, what are we? I think maybe we got lost. Sorry if we're. And she like looks. Sorry if we're throwing up in your yard. And then kind of looks around and like standing in a field, like, oh, actually, I'm sorry, I don't know where we are.
My friend sparkled on you, and you are no longer statues. He is very good at sparkling.
I do a little sparkle.
She claps, looks like, oh, you are very good at it. And then like just like kind of gnaws at some of the like little bit of the stone like left on her like fur there. Just like scratches it out.
Ooblex is going to offer each of them a nice little good berry and be like, here's some food so you're not hungry and you won't throw up, I think.
Let's see. Of the people here, everybody make a charisma save.
No. Oh no.
Oh,
They're
that's
the BBG. They're the BBG.
Okay.
Yes.
That was in that 20.
Oh shit,
Nice.
I got a nat 22.
Thank God.
21. That's the silliest nat 20 ever.
I don't know how Oth ended up with that either.
That's
I think
beautiful.
Klep looks somehow terrifying. I'm not quite sure how with a 6. But yeah.
Theo,
Yeah.
Ooblex is just
Yeah, the
friendly and helpful. And...
I'm
Yeah.
a mushroom with 2 blades. I'm terrified.
I think
some of you are kind of freaking him out, yeah. But,
Klep gets 2 in their head, and then goes, "It's been 100 years." And just like freaks out.
one of the girls starts to look concerned and goes, what? And I think with the 2 natural 20s, Oth just like steps in front of Klep there, and the girl just like stares up at you, like blinks for a second, and I think with that natural 20, she just reaches up and like puts her hand in yours and just like holds onto your hand, and the other one like looking at Ooblex, it's like, yeah, okay, I am hungry, and they take the good berries, and
Alright.
settle down. It's like, yeah, okay, that may feel a little better.
Oh, good. Ooblex flows around them in a gentle little hug of, everything is probably going to be okay now because you're not a statue anymore.
And I think they just look really confused and be like, okay, I don't think I've been a statue before, though.
Okay,
But
you should go to the lighthouse, and we're gonna go fight an explosion wizard.
Two of the girls kind of nod, and like look at and take a step toward the town there, seeing the lighthouse in the distance. And then there's one girl who just holds onto your hand. Says, go.
You wanna go to the top of the mountain to fight the explosion wizard?
Yeah, that sounds fun. Just
Okay.
holding on to Oth's hand.
He's just gonna pick her up and put her on his shoulders. Let's go.
Oh,
Okay.
so, if you're joining the Red-Handed Adventuring League, one of us has pamphlets about that.
We do have a waiver for you to sign.
Do we have a
Yes.
referral
Here we
code?
go. Theo stops throwing up.
Well, we do help the young adventurers learn all about adventuring, and you get to be a young adventurer.
There's a picture book.
You hand her the pamphlet. She flips through it, and like there's several minutes of her looking through it, and then she finally goes, "Thanks, I can't read."
I couldn't either, but they let you sign it anyway.
I'm gonna, against my cultural preferences, take out the pen and paper from earlier, and I'm writing. That's fine. I can't speak, and I hand it to her.
She can't read it. That's so
Then
funny.
she tucks it in the pamphlet. Now she's got him.
So what special skills do you bring? Cause like Klep can sparkle real good, and like Ooblex is super wibbly, and Theo is so good at interior design, and Mikazov is like super gooey.
Oh, I'm like really good at catching flies.
No.
It's a good
It's a very
skill.
good
That's
skill.
awesome.
Yeah.
There might
Okay.
be some flies we have to capture, so you'll be.
All right, here we go.
Okay, let's go kill this guy.
Link arms with like
Oh.
Mikazov and Theo, like we're off to see the wizard.
Yeah. Oh, we should probably get your name in case we have to tell your family about you.
Okay.
Well, your friends might want to know your name if you don't survive, but you probably will.
Oh, I'm Ephanine.
Effing.
Okay. New adventure, yes.
On the way, Theo composes a
yeah.
song to Anthony.
This new adventurer joins the party. With her pamphlets in
Do we
hand.
get paid more for recruiting?
Oh, I've
Do we
never
get
been
commission?
paid for
Do we get
that.
commission on bringing more people in?
Referral code.
You super do.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does the pamphlet say there's an age limit, or I don't think so? I didn't read that.
I don't think that they thought that like people younger than like 17, 18 would sign up for this, so I don't think that they bothered putting a
Loophole.
clause
Yeah,
in.
it's
I'm only 7.
Oh,
It's going to be a very long meeting with the ethics committee about this.
Yes. Maybe you have to buy the guildmaster like a nice little bottle of something.
Yeah, she's not going to be happy. All right, you guys head
My
up toward
Canucks only
the...
turned 24.
interesting.
Yeah, lizard folk don't live very long either.
See, so it's fine. Age is
It's fine.
relative.
That's true. It would be really hard to map out.
Yeah. And Ooblex is like, you're going to live really long for a tabaxi because you were like 100 years as a statue, so you're going to probably be
She's actually the oldest amongst us.
Yeah, she is.
It's true.
Yeah.
So as an elder, if you have any advice, we can probably use it.
Do you have any advice on how to catch flies? I've always been interested in like technique and stuff.
Oh, you gotta hit where they're gonna be, not where they are.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hi-ya. Hi-ya.
Well, and as you guys are like, Walker's like, well, okay, if you're trying to get up to the top, it's this way. And from like Oth's shoulders, she kind of like points you guys in the way up the mountain, commenting several times about the path being so overgrown. But as you guys head upward, let's have a survival check from everybody.
From everybody?
18.
17, which is
11.
Natural 1
Level
for
11,
a total of
yay.
3.
Nice.
18.
18. So it's an 18 from Oth and Mika's office, the top right. I think as you guys are going along, I think Mika's off, you probably see on the ground some large footprints kind of walking across the pathway and back into the woods that have a sort of like padded look, like some sort of predator. And off as you're going, I think you likewise see some like scratch markings on a tree that you recognize as like just the types that often larger predators will leave around, sort of marking out the territory for themselves.
Well, Ooblex is looking for roving statues on the theory that the monsters are actually statues that are really dangerous. So,
I think as you had one of the higher ones, I think you do see a couple more statues kind of in the distance as you make your way up the path, but you don't see any that are moving.
okay. Are these people you knew too? Do I report to Maxine?
She squints through the woods and she's like, that looks like the bugbear guy who runs the bakery. That kind of looked like him.
Oh.
I looked like that.
But you were prettier, I think, because you were like...
Oh, sure.
Because you were...
As you guys head forward, as you see kind of these markings, what do you guys do?
Oth wants to sniff the scratches.
I will say, as we're climbing the mountain, I'll ritually cast. Actually, I mean, yeah. Do you think that will matter much whether or not I ritually cast it or I just cast detect magic?
As you're walking along, you probably have time to ritually cast it if you want to just kind of walking have that with you.
Ooblex is going to say, okay, let us know when we're getting close to the top because I can make everyone really quiet.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
I want to use my hunter's bane to see if we can check any fey fiends on that.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the range on that?
It's a wisdom check, survival check as well, to check.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll the wisdom check there.
That's not very good. It's an 8. Wait,
Oh, dang. Okay.
It's with advantage though, so let me...
Oh, okay.
18 is the second one. That was lucky.
Okay. With an 18, and sorry, what's the range on yours, or is it just an overall?
It's an
vibe
overall check. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a very vibe checky
Okay, just
mushroom,
want to double check
apparently. Yeah.
with that and an 18, you do feel as you start to move up the mountain like a slight fiend presence that grows just a little bit the higher up you go.
Oh, right. Seeing people are doing things, Ooblex is going to pause a moment or ripple and to detect portal, so I can sense any planar. I can sense the closest planar portal within a mile, if there are any. I doubt there are, but
as you move north, you're looking just checking for portals like you do. You do feel as you start to get within a mile of the top of the mountain, the existence of an opening, and it feels stronger. And I think with your higher survival rolls, that you don't feel like it's just because you're getting closer. Something about this portal is getting stronger as time passes on here.
Ooblex will be like, oh, there's definitely a portal here to some other plane, and it's pretty strong. I don't know how long it's been here, though, but there's definitely bad vibes. But you'll be fine giving the Tabaxi a little pat. Because you have good vibes, so that will cancel out the bad vibes, so everything is great now.
Should you sparkle on those statues? We don't know which ones could be important.
Yeah, I can definitely sparkle on some statues. Should I, could I make, like, or I don't know, maybe, she's, like, really young, though. Could I do some kind of check to see if, any of them are, like, more significant than they, like, I mean, well, we want to free as many people as possible. I don't know.
Yeah,
if the
and you
bugbear
do
bait
start
is,
to, as you press north, or upwards, I guess, at least, you do start to see, like, more in the distance. Yeah, go ahead and make insight hasn't been kind to you today, so I'll say between you can choose between an insight or a perception, as you like there.
I'll choose perception. Okay. 19 on the die for a 22.
Oh.
Okay. With a 22, you like get a good look at several of these statues, and as you're on like kind of this established path, you start to see more and more of them, and you can see some off in the distance there, through the woods, and for the most part, these look. Most of the people look frightened, and are fleeing in some way or another. Nobody here, I think, sticks out as particularly like important to you. But I think with that high of a check, as you start looking around people, you do notice a Tabaxi woman that, especially as you draw the group closer to it, does bear a resemblance to Eponine. And she's like, oh yeah, this is my mom.
Instantly, without even like taking another second, dispels magic. Doesn't wait any longer.
Yeah. That's really good. You have family who are alive. You're really lucky.
As soon as you take it off of her, she like stumbles and falls a bit as the ground is starting to get like a steeper incline as you go more and more up this mountain here, and she catches herself and looks around at you all and immediately sees her daughter and just like snatches her off the shoulders and scoops her up. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, you're fine. I'm everything is all right, and she looks and like sees some of the like other statues next to her, and sees you all standing there and like takes a step backwards, like kind of holding her daughter. It's like,
we're good. We're trying to.
Yeah. Your daughter is now is a member of the Red-Handed Venturing League. This is her first official adventure. You might need to sign her waiver for her, though.
She's locked in an airtight
Parental
contract.
consent, though, yes.
Yeah.
As she looks at you, she says, what? The ground starts to rumble a little bit, and she braces herself like against one of the other statues there, and I don't know anything about a contract. Thank you for finding my daughter. And her daughter's like, yeah, no, I'm an adventurer now, and I have health insurance.
We'll need your credit card, though, just for supplemental insurance.
She
Just
starts
have it on file.
regurgitating everything you guys have told her. And she, the woman looks back upwards toward the mountain. She says, I don't know what's happening up there. Everything's burning down. You should all run. I'm headed down toward the sea. And she takes a couple steps away from you.
Oh yeah, the explosion wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, Ooblex will offer up a good berry to this poor woman and be like, there's people you'll know in the lighthouse because they're alive too.
Oh, good. And she like looks around at what it must be her neighbors and friends around her. She's like, all right, and takes the good berry. I don't think she eats it immediately, but starts to make her way through this kind of very sad garden of statues for her. What do you guys do? Just press forward there.
Wait, you're taking, are you, she's an adventurer. She's supposed to be on the adventure? Excuse us.
Are we getting pretty close to the top?
Yeah, you're getting very close to the top there.
Okay. I'm just gonna do it. So during our test session, I cast fly on a couple people, but I think I'll just ask you: does anyone feel like they will benefit from having fly on them? No.
I'm pretty fast. I think I can get there
Okay.
on my own.
Yeah, no, Ooblex is pretty good.
What?
Ooblex is looking really confused as our adventurer is being taken away from the adventure. Like,
It's all right, Ooblex.
Yeah, I
Should
think
cast fly on Athene.
Well, no. So yeah. So I'm going to cast fly on using a 5th level spell slot on myself and then on the mother. To make sure that she can have a nice safe. Klep is kind of learning that like whatever we say to these people probably won't help short term or long term. So we're just gonna provide something and just leave them with it. And yeah.
Ooblex will have everyone get closer, and the air gets slightly quiet as the ooze goes very, very still. And we are going to do pass without trace on everyone, so I'll get +10 to any stealth checks.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So my minimum is 22.
Dang. All right.
Yeah.
If people want to be stealthy as you make your way up the mountain, go ahead and roll those stealth checks. As you cast fly, I think you hear just like Effany being like, "I'm gonna be a barbarian," and it's your mom just being like, "You're 6." Like,
We'll discuss
Well,
this
aren't all
later.
6-year-old barbarians? I mean, really.
you know.
No, at 6 they become wizard. At 3 they're barbarians.
A quick question: with fly, and being able to just kind of like float my way there, could I make my stealth check potentially with advantage?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
31.
31. Dang.
28. 'Cause I rolled a
37.
6.
That's a 24 for Klep.
24. Is that nobody under 20?
13.
13. Okay.
Even
13.
with the wow.
Still with your as kind of a group stack, you got or group stealth check. You guys kind of melt into the trees around you here, and you feel very stealthy as you move up. I am going to open up some map here. If you guys scroll to the right of where the little mini maps were, you'll see a map open up here. I'm going to put a laser on your tokens.
Ah.
so people can find themselves.
Yes, Yarn.
As you guys stealthily stalk the rest of this way up this mountain here, the fog continues to get thicker and is even just a little bit like cloying in places, and not to the point where it's hard to breathe yet, but it is getting thicker as you go up the mountain. You see the remains of some sort of town or village around you. There's half collapsed buildings. There are long dead trees that have petrified into stone. Everything is encased in that similar sort of pale stone that these statues you've seen in. There are a couple other, what you now understand to be people trapped here among the rubble, some of them taking shelter. And then I'm just going to open this up. I think the easiest. You start to see these like trails, almost frost-like, along the ground, kind of spiraling into the center of this caldera at the top of this mountain. There are two statues in the very center, kind of converging, where these like little bits of magic trace along, and they appear to be two women, a yuan ti and like a kitsune. You see a foxtail on this statue. Both of them are gripping a staff that is crackling with this bluish light, and little motes of it are falling down into onto the ground around them. And as that like kind of light falls, it seems to strengthen the ground around them, which is holding onto this like blackened, cracked look. As you creep a little bit further out from them, the spell seems to be weakening, and the ground is getting hotter and bubbling. I think this is probably just for a time-sensitive moment, at least right now. Everybody roll into initiative here.
Uh-oh.
9.
Okay, hold just a second here for initiative. Anybody over 20?
Theo.
Go. Theo, 20.
I got 26 total.
Oh, 26.
Yeah.
Okay. Over 15?
17 for Klep.
17. Sure. Over 10. Under 10.
Oh shit.
9.
8.
6.
Okay, there was a 9 for off.
Yes.
Sorry, who had this? 8?
I had the 8.
8.
Yeah.
Off,
Yeah,
and a
I-
6
yeah.
for.
Yeah, Ooblex got a 6.
So.
All right.
We're very interested in the textures of this ground.
All right, at the top of our round here is Theo and Clem. As you all kind of take stock of this Cadera, yeah, Theo, what would you like to do here first?
I think Theo sees the statue, kind of, no, since he does not have fly on him, sees the statue here, kind of at the edge of lava, at the edge of the fire and the kind of lava, and is going to assume that that's a villager. So he's going to kind of run up, and then I think he is actually going to try and grab the statue to like pull it away from the fire so it doesn't fall in.
Nice. Yeah, let me see. Do you have the movement to get that far? Let me double check here.
How far is it? Oh, I can measure it.
Okay, actually, yeah. So you guys would have all been at least standing up here to get a look.
And I just have a quick question about the measure tool. Is there a way
Yes.
to do it where it's not measuring a radius?
Like just a straight line.
Yeah.
If you click and drag, the line is is a straight line, and then it also kind of mocks out the radius around there.
I'm so silly. Thank you for pointing. Wow.
Oh,
okay. Thank
no
you.
worries. No, it's fine. You're new to this one here. But she is let's see, 75 feet away.
Okay. I can get if I action dash, if I use my action to dash and then I bonus action rabbit hop, I can use all of my like movement action and then bonus action to get there. So I can do it on the next turn. So I can at least get up close.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. If you want to move, okay, yeah, go ahead move where you like to there. All right, that's it for your turn. Klep is up, and then something else will happen.
Shit. Okay. I see Theo move towards the statue to move it. Can I? I'm so nervous to do anything right now.
Go to the ones in the middle. As Theo runs away.
Yeah. Get the ones in the middle. Do those? You said that they look like they're holding like a staff. Okay. Can I do some kind of check on that staff?
No check at all needed to understand that something magical is happening. It's like glowing from a crystal at one end, and like little bits of light are falling onto it. But yeah, if you want to know something specific, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Klep's question that he's trying to ask is, should that stop, or is that something that's happening?
Yeah, go ahead and roll there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fuck. On a natural one, I think that Klep is just gonna go for it. Just
on a natural
instinctually.
one, you're like, oh, that's shiny. I should fuck it up.
That should stop, maybe?
Yeah.
Sparkle.
Okay, 1 second. I just want to make sure that we're...
Klep tries to eat it on that one.
I actually... Maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing. I don't have enough movement to get there. To cast a spell magic. So we will wait on that for next turn.
I don't know if you have any like distance attacks or something. You're welcome to try something like that. But
Klep is so nervous that he doesn't want to like damage anything yet. But his first action is going to be and also not trying to hide, I think, is part of that natural one as well. Just kind of flying through, but intending to cast a spell magic on his next turn.
Okay. And now that you guys are very close to, well, at least to a couple of you are, you can tell that like these sections that are dark red here, where's my laser? These you're standing very close to them and you're okay standing close, but you probably don't want to step on that dark red spot, and you're close enough to wonder if you get much closer to some of these hotter looking areas, that might incur some damage there, just so people are aware. Oh, yes.
In addition, I think that just because I have fly cast on myself, I'm just going to, unless I say otherwise, I'm just going to be like 5 feet above the ground just to hopefully
you can keep
stave off
some distance there,
damage.
for sure. Okay, anything else for your turn?
That should do it.
All right. Okay, and now at the end of your turn,
actually,
yes.
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
I will Misty Step another 30 feet.
Oh yeah,
to that
go
one.
right ahead. As you guys approach, there's like a cracking sound, and through this like thin layer of rock that's forming over this molten lava, an enormous crystalline cat's paw crashes up, and this huge body of a panther formed out of black obsidian crawls out of the lava, and on the other side, a wolf, also in this black glass form. These claws look incredibly sharp here as they start to stalk across here, and they are going to lunge. Let's see, a 30 foot. Get me just enough. And over here, make a, or actually, yeah, let me roll to attack. This wolf is going to be at disadvantage as you are flying above him here. Okay. Does a 19 hit you, Theo?
The wizard? Yes.
Oh, no, sorry, the,
Oh,
Theo.
19 hits me, yes.
Sorry, my bad. 19 hits you, okay, and does a 14 hit you, Clip?
No, it does not.
Okay, the wolf snaps at you as you hover over it, and there's that. You take 14 slashing damage, Theo, from this panther, as it reaches out with these razor sharp glass claws. That is the end of their turn, and then Oth is up with Mikazov on deck.
Oth is going to, let's see here, with my bonus action to dash. Oh, I'm kind of at a weird angle, huh? Right, so then he can get there, and he will shoot his hand crossbow at the one next to Theo.
Nice. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Not 20, 27.
Let's go.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah, double that damage.
14 damage.
Wow.
Okay, and what's the damage type?
It's a hand crossbow, so piercing.
Piercing. Okay. 14. Okay. There's a crack of glass as this crossbow bolt embeds in the shoulder of this enormous panther, and that is the end of your turn.
Yes.
All right. That'll be Mikazov up, and then Ooblex on deck.
I'm gonna dash over there, and as my action, and then as my bonus action, I'm gonna activate my Crimson Light on my rapier.
Nice. All right. Anything else? Okay. That will be Ooblex, and then we'll be at the bottom of the round.
Alright, Ooblex uses movement and action to get right beside the wolf thing. It then flickers and uses Misty Step to end up not in lava, but surrounded by lava. And it's like, I'll see about those weird staffs. Maybe I can get one free and help everyone. And whoop, appears there. That's everything I can do.
Nice. All right, you run forward there. Then at the end of the round, all right, where's okay. At the end of the round, there is another rumbling from the volcano, and off in this area here. Just they've given me a red laser. It's a little hard to see, but over in this area, you hear this enormous cracking, and the lava strains upward, almost in a light wave-like motion, and then recedes back down. And that is the end of the turn there. So we are back to Theo with Clep on deck.
Ooh, that hurt. Then I take the damage and I pull out my rapier and I will try and chop this glass panther up before moving the thing. So I will attack twice here. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. One of them is a 16 to hit.
Okay, a 16.
16.
Hits, yes.
Okay, and the other one is an 11 to hit.
11 does not.
So I'll roll damage for the first hit, and I will use a superiority die, as well as a bardic inspiration die to do some stuff. So I'm going to try
Nice.
the maneuver. I'm going to try and like knock it prone. So it has to make a it has to use, it's going to trip attack, so it has a DC 15 strength saving throw to make.
Okay. That's a 7.
Sweet. So I kind of like it's a rapier, so I like poke one of its legs and like cracks and just like kind of drops a little bit.
Oh my god.
And then I will just do a defensive flourish. So I'll add 2 to my AC and rolls 2 damage. So then that's 5 plus 6, 11, plus 7. So a total of 18 damage total. And he's now also prone.
With an 18, you stab into this one, and that crack continues up its leg and splinters and starts to get out of control, and it just like falls into a shatter of these obsidian crystals. You're there.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Out goes the panther to the death pile.
Could I action surge and try and grab this statue and pull it away from the edge?
Yeah, go right ahead. Make a strength check.
14.
With a 14, I think you're not able to lift it, but you can like tilt it backwards and drag it a couple feet.
Okay. That's my turn.
All right. Then we are at Klep, and then the wolf will move.
Amazing. 2 questions I guess just one question. Do these wolves look like they're immune to fire damage, that they're not concerned at all about the lava?
It did crawl right out of the lava, so that's
what
I think that's an okay assumption. Yeah.
And then is the lava like moving down the mountain, or is it just kind of like bubbling and staying where it is on screen?
At the moment, it's just bubbling.
Okay. Then I will stop asking questions and I will just do my turn. That is going to be 60 feet of movement, and then I am definitely within range to cast Dispel Magic, and I think I'm going to target the staff specifically.
Sure.
This is going to be a 6th level Dispel Magic. I don't know if that's going to change anything.
Okay. Let me double check. I'm just going to roll for... Okay. All right. Your magic or your dispel magic reaches out, and as soon as you like touch this spell, you can already feel that it's crumbling. And it is pretty easy for you to just snuff it out there. The light on that staff immediately goes out, and then very quickly, the like little bit of spell light that is settling around these 2 statues here immediately starts to like fizzle outwards as it kind of like spirals out, and this spell dies, and the lava around it immediately surges upwards a little bit, and starts to bubble a little more violently.
Oh, I did something bad. Oh, okay. Uh, and then I think that will be it for my turn once again. Do
All
do
right.
the statues change or move or anything like that with this, or is that separate?
Oh God, yes, you're right. With that spell out, those statues, they immediately, like, the hands holding the staff kind of drop, and it's all kind of within this turns, but they do start to slowly move, and like just kind of lower their hands there.
Okay.
All right, that is your turn. Let me zoom out so I can move things. Okay. It is monster time now. The wolf will need to move. The wolf is going to rush forward here. Go ahead and I think it runs at Oth here. I'm gonna make an attack on you. Oh man. I bet a 12 doesn't hit you.
No.
Okay. This wolf snaps around at Oth here, and then also crawling out of the lava is an enormous frog with big sticky hands and lava kind of dripping off of these obsidian frog hands, and it is going to bound forward toward Ooblex here. And as you're just sort of like shimmering along the top of the lava here, I assume, he just tries to like stomp you with a big frog foot. How about a 16? Oh, sorry, you're muted.
The 16 does miss.
Does miss. Okay. He stomps around, trying to hit your Uzi form, and you are just too gelatinous.
All right. Yeah, it's a little pseudopod just was like, "Hi, are you here to make friends with us too? Do you know what's going on?"
It just stomps around you there. Erupting from the lava is the form of a crow with this pointed beak, and it spreads its wings and little splattering of lava goes across there. It takes after Klep, but with being too far away, it can't attack you this turn, but it does just sort of cut you off a little bit as you're flying across here. That is it for the crystal monster's turn, and now we are on Oth with Mikazov on deck.
Oth draws his rapier, looks over at Mikazov, and kind of pulls his head like, "Come over here." And I'm going to ready an action to attack this thing once Mikazov gets in range, so I can get my sneak attack damage on it.
Nice. Rolling over to Mikazov then.
Yep, that's precisely what I will do. Since I just activated my Crimson Rite, I'm gonna stab it with the pointy end.
Yes.
Nice.
And that's I'm gonna use my rapier. It's not very good. It's a 9 to hit.
9 does not hit.
I have 2-weapon fighting though.
Hey.
So that is a 19 to hit.
That one will do.
And I do not get to do cool Crimson Rite stuff, but at least it takes 10 stabby damage.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that's 2. All right.
So
You
basically
sink
go-
one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like little bits of obsidian sort of like fleck off of here. And then having been with your flank now, off attacks.
Yes.
All right.
That is 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so that's 1d8 and 66. Okay, let's see.
20, 21, 24, 27.
30.
Jesus
Oh, wait,
Christ.
33 because of my dex admin.
Jesus. Okay, and do you attack or with a weapon or you just chomp?
He has to use rapier because my chomp doesn't count as a finesse.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's too bad.
Understandable, but yeah. You lunge forward and just stab this crystal monster so hard that like the sword goes all the way through, and you continue to just like run into it, and it just shatters in like a rain of obsidian around you.
He will, however, chomp at little obsidian pieces around him as he goes through.
Excellent. All right, wolf off to the dead pile. Amazing. Anything else for your turn or for Mikazov? All right, then we are at Ooblex, and then we'll be at the bottom of the round.
All right, and well, Ooblex's friend hasn't even said a single word yet, so Ooblex is going to be like, "Sorry, I gotta see about a staff and everything. Bye." We are going to Misty Step. And then movement and action will get us at the staff. I do have to go underneath that crow, so I don't know if it gets a sneak attack as I go by it or not.
I think it's high enough that it doesn't.
Okay, that's everything I can do. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, Ooblex is right at these two statues with the staff and one pseudopod around the staff and waving hello to them.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
I'm just like, hi, we're here to help.
Excellent. They look stunned, but are moving. Look down at you. Okay, it is the bottom of the round. There is no check to make because the spell is gone, which means that turn this thingy. Bum, bum, bum. There is another kind of wave-like surge of lava as another claw reaches through, and it's just like dripping off of this creature. I don't remember if your mushroom version of Divine Sense was still up, but for sure getting that fiend ping real clear now. As crawling from the lava is this bizarre molten chimera. It has more heads than you are used to even seeing on a chimera, as the lava, it's kind of amorphous in that it like surges forward and this new head will take its place here. Let me do a roll to see who's on. Ooh, we got an 8 on top, which means 2 rolls. Okay, 5 and a 4. Sorry, 2-second loading screen.
I have a quick question just while you're doing this. I have a quick question for Ooblex. You cast water breathing us or water walk?
Water breathing.
Water breathing. Okay, I just wanted to double check.
I do have a ring of water walking on my person, but yeah, I only had water breathing, unfortunately.
All good.
All right. So as it erupts from this, I rolled the best that I could, which means that 2 heads emerge at once. One of them looks like a shark with row on row of these red hot lava teeth, and the other is an eagle with these red hot eyes that both of them open their mouths. And let me see, is anyone in? I guess we can move too. We're gonna come forward here a little bit, join the party. It crawls up onto this one and breathes out. Rats. We are just short of Ooblex and the statues.
Oh, I am
you are
surprised. I was like...
I gave it a 60-foot breath weapon, and you're just shy of 60 feet. So
Wow.
basically, this enormous chimera hauls itself out of the lava and crawls towards Ooblex and these two women. And this icy breath comes out of this eagle head and kind of coats some of it, and does kind of, for a few moments, like create a little more solid land around you. And then this shark breathes out, and just like a rain of knives, all of these like teeth fly out at you. All of it dying just before it can reach you. As it comes forward here. But
Ooh,
that
Lex almost waves at the cold, thinking it's actually being helpful and making the air chill. And then all the knives is like, wait a second.
oh wait, maybe you are not
Might
a friend.
be a friend. Yeah.
The two women take each other's hands and I don't think understand why there is an ooze there, but
Yes.
figured out that their spell has failed, and they are gonna start running. And I think they get to here and are then going to have to try and figure out how to navigate this crow.
All right. As they go to run, Ooblex is just like, do you know what's hi? Do you know what's we came to help? Are you okay?
As you speak to them, I think one of them like stops and is so shocked and like holds on to the other one, and she looks down and says, I'm sorry, my spell has failed. I can't hold it anymore. And she like looks at this chimera crawling out. She's like, you should run. And then they start running.
Okay.
So that's the end of the turn there. And you can continue to shout at them. They're not too far away if you'd like to, but we are back to Theo, and then Klep is on deck.
So I didn't ask when I ran up to the statue, but who or what is the person that I like was the statue?
Yeah, I think there is another kitsune, maybe like a boy kitsune, so like a fox sort of
Cool.
person.
So it, like as I'm dragging it very slowly through the thing, it starts to kind of like break off and sorry, yep, you can run now.
Yeah.
Good. Yep. I have to go. I'm gonna go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you better run. And I will run. I will. So the dark red parts we probably have to jump over, or do we just take damage if we run through them?
Yeah. You could try and just run and take some damage, or you can try and jump over.
Okay. I will. Let's measure out first. Okay, so 18 from here to here. Okay. I will move to here with movement, and then I will bonus action rabbit hop 20 feet. So I will do, there's 20 feet. That's 30. 20. Okay, I'll kind of jump to this one right here. And then can I even hit this guy? 130. Oh, just too far for Eldritch Blast. I will finish my movement because I didn't use too much. I only use like 15. I will run through and get 10 feet closer. So I will actually take a little damage. I'll move to here and take a little bit of damage as I run through.
All right. You take 5 fire damage as you run across that square there.
And then I should be able to cast Eldritch Blast. I should be able to hit him. Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and
so there's
roll
3
it.
of them, so I'll roll 3. And this is the first time I think any of you have all seen like this pinkish, purplish eldritch energy that kind of comes through Theo's hands, and he like throws it like a baseball at this big chimera. Oh boy. One of them is a 14 to hit.
14
Okay.
does not hit.
And the other two are a 21 and a 27.
Yes,
Cool.
those will
Okay.
do.
So, each one of these, he's going to get pushed back. How far? So each one that
Nice.
connects,
That's right. Got that
he
one.
will be pushed back. Oh, where'd it go? How many feet? 10 feet.
10
yeah.
feet, yeah.
It's 5 feet. Yeah.
Pushed kind of just away from me. So then, ooh, that's it. So 17, or no, excuse me, 14 plus 7, so 21 total damage. Force damage.
And that's force
Correct, yeah.
damage, yeah? Okay. 21 force damage, and it goes sliding through some of this lava here, like you pushed it back into a pool. Anything
is
else
it.
for you? All right, Klep is up, and then in the crystal monsters.
So both me and Klep are a little bit confused. Can we make a Arcana check just to see what the fuck kind of spell they were trying to cast that
Yeah,
wound up with all this happening?
yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. So how do we feel about my second natural one for the Arcana check?
That makes me so sad for you.
It's all good. I think probably just utterly horrified by the fiend that just sprung up. Klep is maybe a little bit distracted.
Yeah, I think with that natural one, there's just that like echo of the old turtle witch just being like, "Oh, who can say what? Why magic works?
I can
the way
say, I'll figure it out." And then Klep. We got to deal with this bird at some point, I feel like. I'm just going to cast Booming Blade on the bird. Suppose you're an immediate attack with it. And make a melee attack. Okay. I'm going to make a melee attack. Okay, that is that's a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Awesome. And then we're going to go for a Misty Step towards the middle with Ooblex.
Okay, nice.
And then that should be my turn. And then if the
what's the damage on the booming blade?
That's right, yeah. Okay, my bad.
No worries.
Damage is going to be 9 thunder damage, and then if it moves more than 5 feet, then it'll take some more damage.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Yeah, you hit it with that booming blade, and I think you notice it does a little more damage than you're used to there. And then you Misty Step. You said 30 feet ahead.
Yeah, just to get next to Ooblex, I'll move my
Yeah,
guy.
you can go ahead. If you want to move your token there, you can hop up next to
Yeah.
Ooblex. Excellent. That's it for you.
Oh yeah, and then I have movement, so I think I'll
you can
space out a little bit, so I'll go like right there, and that should be it.
All right. It is Crystal Monster's time. All right, I'm gonna roll an intelligence save for this bird. All right, that's not great.
It's a dumb bird.
This dumb bird, tries to fly after you. And how much damage did you say it takes?
It takes 3 more bludgeoning or thunder damage.
Thunder damage, okay. Yeah, it I think moves forward, starts to crack, and then sits down essentially on this lava, feeling like it can't move, and is just sort of like threateningly like clacking at these women here, as it has hanging on for dear life and unable to move.
Okay,
Beautiful. All right, that's that one. Okay.
I'm sorry. It's going
yes.
to take a little bit more damage than I thought it was going to, because I'm on a
how
high
much?
level. 9 damage total, so an additional 6.
Oh, then it explodes. Excellent.
Amazing.
I was gonna say you rolled.
Yeah, it starts to fly after you.
You rolled 3 on a 3d8 extra damage.
Yeah, it was great.
All right. Okay, that one explodes. This frog hops over to you, Theo. And it is going to try to attack you with its big crystal frog beak. There you go. To the dead. There we go. Has a 19.
19 hits.
All right. That is 11 bludgeoning damage as it smacks these big feet down on top of you here as it hops around. Frog versus bunny. Hot battle.
I will defeat you.
Let's see.
Just a series of kicks going back and forth.
Maybe that's a good kickstart to talk about the Trevor Noah Project. You should, the Trevor Project, not Trevor Noah, the Trevor Project.
Oh, thank you.
A good kick to do so.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Okay. I've got 2 more on the board. Which ones should I grab? Ooh, excellent. A squid. Near the center here, hauling itself out of the lava, and then rippling across the ground here. Do I have enough to get out and reach you? Yes. Wobbling over toward Ooblex. That'll be a 16.
That actually misses.
Misses. You dodge these flailing crystal tentacles as Battle of the Wiggly Arm guys goes on over here.
Yes. Oh yeah. Ooblex just flows out the way and is like, oh, so you're not a friend too, I bet.
This bear roars out of the lava and comes running towards Klep, who's still flying, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he cannot reach you, at least in this turn, but he's going to run over at you. Yes, sorry?
Actually, I'm so sorry. Fly might have stopped by now. It's up to 10 minutes.
Oh, did you?
It's up to you.
That was at the just top of the battle, right?
Or I did it. I did it right before.
Right before. I think you still
got.
got enough fly for the battle here. Yeah, because that was just
Awesome.
before, and rounds don't really take up any in-game time.
Gotcha.
It's just 6 seconds there. Okay. Yeah, that one rushes after you. Okay, that's the monsters. It is off, and then Mikazov is on deck.
Oth is going to use his bonus action dash to get here, and then he will shoot the one again over by Theo. He's going to say, "Hey, frog snack!" and then shoot at it.
Nice.
That is 14.
Okay, 14 just barely does not hit. Sorry.
Oh. He's still taunting it.
All right, Mikuzov, you're up, and then Ooblex on deck.
I'm gonna move my amazing 25 feet. Wait. I was here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet over here. Then I'm gonna use my whoop. Let me see. Bonus action. Handle. Measure, please. Can I make it? It is. No, I don't make
Okay.
it. I'm gonna use my bonus action to Misty Step into the lava because I'm smart like that. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna dash a little bit more out of the lava. So I got
Where you ended up there? There. Okay, excellent. So you are gonna take another 5 points of fire damage as
That's
you
okay.
pop into the lava there.
Gloop. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. There's a little roasted mushroom smell.
Yeah,
as
a little
you make your way
sautés.
across. Yeah. All right. Now it is the Chimera's turn. All right. It's gonna crawl up on the edge here, and I'm just gonna roll for which of it. Okay, so he's gonna look at Ooblex. That's a 2, which means 2 is coming up out of this swirling mass of animal heads is a tiger. Go ahead and make a dex save.
Okay. Yeah, that was not the best roll. That is a 15.
Okay, with a 15, that is gonna hit you. My dice. That is 17 radiant damage as this tiger roars, and just the heat from its mouth smacks right into you there. That is only range. Okay. All right. That is the Chimera's turn. The 2 women are going to continue running here. Getting to about where Mikasov is before having to figure that next part out. And it is now Theo's turn with Clep on deck.
Before I do anything, can I do like a quick perception check to see if, because this is an obsidian entity, right?
The animals for sure are obsidian. You're a little far away, but it looks like the Chimera also does have some
Could
aspects.
I do like a perception check to see if my the force damage that I dealt did like more damage than it normally does, or like more to this entity?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and unroll at advantage.
Good, because that was a nat 1. I rolled 2 nat 1s.
Oh no! 1 in 400.
Dang.
Well, I didn't see anything. Time to keep going.
Yeah.
The frog is really distracting me. Like, my feet are bigger than your. You're keeping me from hopping into action. And I'll turn against the frog, and I will try to attack this frog to make it stop attacking me. Okay, those work. Nat ones, but they weren't good.
Oh no!
I think one is a 17 to hit. 8 plus 9.
17 will
Cool.
hit the frog. Yes.
And then the other one was an 11, which I think misses. So, okay. Let's do some extra damage with a superiority die and a bardic inspiration die. I think I'm just going to go extra damage on both of these. So, a goading, a menacing attack. A menacing attack. So it has to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, and then I will just do a defensive flourish for the other one.
The saving throw is a
Okay,
16.
so he passes. So he's not afraid of me, which is fine. but then I'll do
Okay.
7, 12.
What, really quick, what would the fear condition do? Because I have silvery barbs, so I might be able to make that happen.
I think I might kill it here, so I think it's okay. So I did 10 plus 14, so 24 piercing damage.
24
Yeah.
piercing damage. Okay, to the frog. And sorry, are you using the silvery barbs there?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, gotcha. All right, 24. Yeah, you shatter huge parts of this frog off. It is not looking good. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it. I think I'm gonna stay here.
All right, Klep is up, and then Crystal Monsters.
Alrighty. This guy who's close to the bear, does he... He's going to hit me no matter what. So I think... if I move, will that provoke an opportunity attack from the bear?
It depends on how high up you are.
I haven't changed it yet. I've kept on saying that I've been 5 feet in the air, so probably, right?
Then yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, I will, I suppose, stay put and just hope for the best. And I am going to cast Phantasmal Killer on the Hydra. If possible. That's a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw, and I have a silvery barbs ready to go if it succeeds.
Okay. That is a set of wisdom. That's another 16.
Okay, so I'm going to silvery barbs it.
Okay.
So that's a roll again.
Oh, it has to roll again. Okay. Yep. That's an 11.
Thank gosh. Okay, on a failed save, the target becomes frightened for the duration. At the end of each of the target's turns before the spell ends, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 4d10 psychic damage on a successful save. The spell ends. I lost flying though, so I just dropped 5 feet to the ground, and then I think that's going to be my turn.
You said that's Phantasmal Killer.
Phantasmal Killer, yes. That's concentration.
Could you give the advantage too for silvery barbs?
Good question. I'm going. Is there a range distance on who I can give silvery barbs to?
I think it's within.
Not
The
that I'm
advantage to. I
aware.
mean.
Not that I'm aware of. No, probably within sight.
If you'll allow me, I'll give.
You
it
can see
to
within
off,
range.
Just because I know that advantage on sneak attack can be super useful.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Awesome.
Okay.
From half a mile away, you Klep yells, "Off! I believe in you," and that's it.
I'm sitting there like, I can't get over there.
Ooblex is happy about that.
There you go.
Amazing.
Friendship is
Okay, so
magic.
that's at the end of its turn, then it might take psychic damage. Okay. All right. That is Klep. Excellent. All right, now it is monster time. The bear is going to attack you, Klep. Does a 14 hit you?
Does not.
Does not.
All right. Does an 18 hit Ooblex?
An 18 actually does not hit, just misses.
Okay. Or it's trying to like stab you with the end of a spiky tentacle, and it's just not working. That is okay. Frog's turn. It's got a little life left in it.
Yeah.
But a 5 doesn't hit you.
I will not. No.
5. Okay. Edward destroyed this turn. Okay. That is the end of their turn. Oth, you are up, and Mikusov is on deck.
Larry, how far can I move you, kid?
I think Oth is gonna like bounce back and forth. We're gonna tippy tappying for a second, and then just scream as he runs over here.
Ah.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. Let me pull here for you. Your leathery hide has somehow let you run farther and still only take 5 fire damage.
Whoa.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So,
I love it.
he's looking over. Theo looks fairly undamaged, not super crazy horrible.
Not crazy. He's looking a little hurt, but he's not looking crazy horrible, no.
Okay. Then he'll stick his position. If he's still looking a little hurt, then he'll still go and attack the Forg.
All right. Roll to attack.
Get advantage on one of those.
That is 17. Without having to use advantage, but I mean, I could roll and see if I get a 20.
Was that the frog or?
Yes, the frog.
Oh, that hits. Yes.
Rated 9. Here it is.
Good.
6, that is a whopping 4 damage.
All right, it's clinging on there. You hit it with another spike, and just like half of this frog's head just like sloughs off into the lava, as it's still flailing along here. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. Nope, that's all
All
we
right.
can do right now.
Mikusov is up, and then Ooblex on deck.
Did the Chimera act, or?
No, it's at the bottom of the round.
Oh,
so it
that's
acts.
So he's
Yeah.
in the middle.
Oh no, that was the crystal monsters.
Ah.
Okay, big confused.
But yeah, Mikusov, you're up there.
I'm not a very strong mushroom, so I want to jump across here, but I'm not very strong. And by that mean it's my dumb stat. So I'm wondering how far can I jump with a -1 on strength? Because
Is it a standing
What,
jump, you can jump half your strength ability score.
so for foot. 4 foot, okay. That's not very far. That's not gonna get me very far. Okay. So instead what I'm gonna do is not what I wanted to do, but it's kinda necessary. I'm gonna Misty Step another time. Which gets me whoop right over there.
All right.
And then I'm gonna dash for my third round.
What have I done?
And then maybe I will eventually get there. We will never know.
I feel you.
Turns out fly might have been pretty useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm a melee fighter. How's flying useful? I regret my decision.
Hindsight is 2020.
Whoops. Yeah, no. Mushrooms excel at a lot of things. Vibe checks, yes. Running, not so much.
Yes.
I only have 25 feet of movement because I'm a blood hunter. Myconauts have 20 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
All right, and that's your turn. Ooblex, you are up, and then the Chimera is on deck.
All right, with Ooblex, pseudopod sort of takes the form of a rapier, as we are going to finally actually engage in combat and try and hit the one in front of us. And I don't believe that is going to hit because that is an 11.
11 does
Yeah, I'm
not
pretty
hit.
sure
No,
not 11.
sorry.
All right, but we are going to use our distance strike and ping about the battlefield. So we end up here. We move up to this guy, and we attack him as well. That is a 14.
That one also will not hit.
All right, and then we use another 10 feet, and we go right towards the Chimera. We're making a favorite foe. And we're going to attack it with the final attack we can do. Okay, that's a little better. That is a 22 to hit.
Okay, that one will do, yeah.
All right, and this is going to be force damage.
Okay.
Bonus action of Planar Warrior, and it takes. So we shall do. Oh, that's not bad. 11, 12, 15, 18. 19 damage as the
Perfect.
as pure force just seems to rip out of the plasmoid and slam into this creature.
As you smack into it, just the little bitty ooze just walloping this giant chimera paw that's like latched on to the stone there.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. It is its turn now.
Then, it would also be like, shoot and leave this place.
As you say, shoo, we hit its turn, and it is afraid of Klep, who's kind of behind you. So it starts to run. That is right. It's going to use its movement to get here. As it scrambles along, and it's and then. Oh wait, no, that's at the end of its turn. So it is going to try to attack Klep here. Let me roll for which head it is. Beetle. These big clacking beetle mandibles come out with a little bit of lightning traveling back and forth in between them. And go ahead and make a dex save, Klep.
Clap? Why is it targeting me? That's not fair.
Because you're scary.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Ooblex isn't scary? That's
A dex saving throw, you said?
Yes.
Okay, that's an 11.
Okay, it's an 11. Alright, this is gonna hit you.
Okay, that's not
and
good.
That is 17 lightning damage.
Okay. And then I will make my check to stay concentrating on it. I need a 10 or higher, right?
Yes.
It fails. Or I fail. So that's 17 lightning damage.
Okay. Alrighty.
I had advantage on that too. That sucks.
Oh, bummer. Alright, and now it's the end of its turn, so it has to make a save.
So I think it's up to you how you want to DM this, but I think because I dropped concentration before the end of its turn, it doesn't need to do it, but it's up to you.
You know, I think that is the way it's written, but that's such a big spell that I think it at least gets one hit, you know? Like,
I appreciate it.
It should at least, let me make this save here. Let's see what we can do. Wisdom save, it's not great. That's a 13.
13 fails.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 4d10 psychic.
It's going to take 36
Nice.
psychic damage. And then the spell will fade.
Dang. All
Nice.
right.
damn.
5th level spells. I was hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
that was a
big spell. Yeah, no.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay. So it I guess what does the damage look like on this one? It's just psychic?
Yeah, I think that Klep tries to get one of the heads to like get extra fearful of one of like the beetle head gets scared of the tiger head and then just like snaps at it briefly.
Nice. Yeah, they fight each other there, doing a good amount of damage. This thing is not looking good now. As you can see, like just cracks form along it, and lava starts to ooze out the side of this chimera. And that is your turn. The crystal monsters are up. The bear was definitely in the blast of that lightning, which doesn't do well for it, and it exploded. So that bear is down. Okay. Frog, I think. Yep, frog still is up. So the frog is gonna attack. Ooh, but I don't think a 12 hits you. Okay, I think that's... Oh, and the octopus is gonna try to get to Mikazon. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Oh, for heaven's sake. An 11 doesn't hit Mikazov, though. All right. Everybody's off their game. Okay, the monsters flail around here. Okay, and that's the end of their turn, and we are at Oth with Mikazov on deck.
Wait, did Theo go?
I went at the top of the round.
Theo was at the top, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there goes just before me. Okay.
Yeah.
So then he's gonna scream again. Ah! It's really high pitched and awful, and come right up against this chimera. And he's gonna poke at it.
Nice.
You
All right, roll
hurt
to
my
attack.
friends. 24 to hit.
Nice.
Okay, 24 definitely hits, and you take 7 fire damage running across another section there.
I'll do that math here in a minute.
No worries.
Math is hard. It's not a sneak attack, so
No.
10 damage.
What was that, sorry?
So since it's not a sneak attack, it does 10 damage.
10 damage, okay. Alright. You slice into this thing here, and then it is Mikazov's turn with Ooblex on deck.
All right.
I'm gonna use my chill touch on the chimera. It is a little bit different for me as a blood hunter. It has range.
Wait,
That-
Chill Touch is always ranged? Because it's not a cold or a touch spell. It's just named Chill Touch. Yeah.
Okay, I misremembered that then.
Oh, no, you're fine. It's a badly named spell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I don't think it hits. It's a 13 to hit.
Unfortunately, no. Nope.
But because of my Mystic Frenzy, I get a weapon attack with my as a bonus action,
Oh, shit.
which I will use on the squid in front of me with the rapier that I had the Crimson Right on.
Nice.
I'm just not supposed to fight. That is a net 1.
No.
For an 8 to hit.
I think that's like our 6th or 7th nat one. That's so...
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, they really sent the cream of the crop for this one.
Yes.
I'm gonna reclass this Myconite after this one shot. Yeah, that's my turn.
Unfortunate. All right. Well, then we are back to the Chimera here. All right. I've got a little line for you guys.
Wait.
So that is.
There is
Ooblex?
a Ooblex just before it.
You're right. Sorry, Ooblex, your turn.
Yes, Ooblex will head right up to the Chimera.
No.
And we are going to attempt to give it a nice little pokey poke. That is a 13 plus. That is a 21 to hit.
Nice.
That hits.
Oh, great.
22 damage. That's pure force damage from the first slice into it. The second attack, unfortunately, is a 11, so I'm certain that one misses, but...
Yes, but hold on, let me math in my head for a second. Yeah, Ooblex, how do you want to do this?
Oh, okay. Ooblex darts over to give aid to Oth and uses the opening that Oth has made to slice into this creature again. And this time the force just ripples out of the blade and right through it, as it seems to look almost like an ooze for a moment as otherworldly energy washes through it, and then it gets to collapse into pieces.
Yes.
Nice.
The second swing misses wildly because there's nothing to hit.
Amazing. Yeah, it just sort of melts back into the lava here as it seeps back in, you all watch as the level starts to slowly recede and back down a little bit, and there's just a little less undulation. Amazing. You guys will drop out of initiative here. Unless you would like to chase down the crystal creatures who, as soon as this chimera starts to seep back into the lava here, the crystal creatures make a break for it and will start to flee. Would you guys like to press after them?
Klep is gonna hold down the frog to make sure that Theo can properly finish up.
Theo just steps up and like, we're doing this the old-fashioned way.
Yes.
You all hold down this frog, so you can finish it off.
We let the squid go, but the frog is really on our shit list.
And then we help these two women get through the lava also.
Yeah.
Yeah, you help them off, and they look exhausted. The kitsune approaches your group after she helps the other woman off, and says, "Thank you all so much. She keeps staring out over the lava, and it's like, We've held that spell for a very long time, and I don't know how much longer we could have held onto it." She looks over at Klep, is like, perhaps not exactly the way I would have maybe dropped it, but thank you.
What was the spell? I'm so confused. What was the spell that you were focusing on? Was it the lava? Did you not?
Well, I just froze everything. I study chronomancy. It's most of what I do, and when this thing started to crawl out, I didn't know what else, so I just stopped it. I know we've been holding it for a while. How long did it? Several weeks?
Yeah, not too long, really.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. And she can help the other woman off, who throws an arm around her. She's like, well, I appreciate you helping. And she gets to the edge of the caldera and sees the ruined town with the residents starting to come back. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Right.
It actually has been a lot longer than a little while. It's actually been 150-ish years-ish.
Oh, I was starting to wonder. I was getting confused.
All right. Well, and the two women look at each other and they're like, well, I guess we can rebuild things.
People live in your homes now.
What?
Yeah. it's a really weird form of colonization where the old inhabitants have been frozen for 100 years and then new people come in. So I don't know.
We've seen
how
it
you
before.
guys
We're
wanna handle
adventurers,
that,
so we've
but,
seen it many a time. It happens all the
That
time.
is true.
Yeah, sometimes they just share the homes.
And if you
together,
want your
everything is
homes
totally
redecorated, you should definitely talk to Queer Eye for the Heron guy. I forgot my name for a second.
It looks like we'll be needing quite a lot of redecoration,
good.
actually. Yeah.
Oh, and one of your tabaxis now, she's going to become a barbarian and join the
Contractually
Red Hand
obligated.
Adventuring League. So, yeah, she signed the forms. Her mom was a bit confused and took
They
her
were
away,
written in
but she
crayon,
is the
but
official
that's
adventurer now.
legally binding with the red hand.
It counts, yeah. As you guys explain what's happening to this woman here as you make your way back down into town, I think that is where we'll wrap it for this little one shot. But I would love to hear an ending beat from you all, and I'll try and make a little or back us in. So I'll start off with Amanda here. What does
if I may-
Oth do after this?
If I may involve Theo in this
Sure.
for a little bit, Oth is going to have Ethany on his shoulders and have her sparring with Theo in the field.
And she's definitely winning. Oh no. Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah, she has that frog martial arts style down pat.
Excellent. I think next up for that in the first one was Brandon.
Yeah, I think immediately following this, Klep is going to talk with the chronomancy wizard and just figure out like what's the best way for us to get the rest of the people or I guess are they still stoned? I don't. Yeah.
Actually,
Klep
yeah.
figures that out.
As you would have been coming back down the mountain, you would have seen that everyone was waking back up. But still a lot there for you to study from like a wizard angle. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and also like figuring out like the bureaucracy of it all and like how these two towns might merge in the future. Just trying to lend a hand wherever you can.
That's true. About to become very complex there. Nice. What about Mikasov?
Mikasov is marching straight back to that witch in the tower, grabbing that hacking mirror and calling its mom. And asking why she's been incredibly unhelpful. Before
Just the fates were not on your side.
considering going to a temple and training to be an acolyte of some celestial being, just to piss mom off.
I do think it would be kind of funny because the adventure started off with the first NPC that we met with saying, "Oh, so no clerics," and then we all go off and become clerics because of this. It's really nice.
Yeah, like actually maybe more healing. Yeah.
We
Nice.
become all clerics as we all level up into cleric.
What about Ooblex?
Ooblex is going to help Ethany become a proper adventurer and literally guide her along the path as a sort of a mentor figure if she wants, and help her become the best barbarian she can be. Ooblex doesn't have a lot of rage, but sort of respects. There's a lot of wibbling and wobbling involved in this, and yeah. And we'll also
gotta get
try and
the-
help explain to the mom that this is a good thing. This is a good career path. Your town has twice the people. It's really crowded, so you need to divide a bit.
Yep. Gonna need
She
some
can go off,
adventurers.
she can come back you'll need an official adventurer. And, try and sell it to the poor mom.
Perfect. Excellent. Last not least, Theo.
I think Theo establishes the Queer Eye for the Heron Guy remote branch here and hires a few people to help home all of the people who just woke up, and also with their interior design. The working through the trauma of all of this and the trauma of being frozen for 100 years. Also giving them all like new haircuts. And then kind of sprucing up their their wardrobes now because they're 100 years out of date, not of fashion. So just really working through all of the things, but then still goes off with the red hand and is still an adventurer. So
yeah, a lot of work you do there. Beautiful. Well, thank you all so much for playing here. Right, let me run through my list of thank yous at the end here. If you guys liked what you saw, make sure to give us a like, share, a subscribe. All of that helps the channel grow. And if you want to see more of these, check out the link for the Patreon, which I'm sure will be in the description. It's the best way to get more of these one-shots going here. You'll also get the downtime video that we're about to record. Don't forget about the Trevor Project fundraiser here to check that out, learn more, to share your support. And a big thanks to the artists featured today, include Vlad Bride, Elysium Dice, and our very own Max here. All of the handles are down in the description, so go show those artists some love. Also a shout out to Schmeppy, that's hard to say, but is the map maker that I use that'll be linked below. My personal favorite there, a really excellent lo-fi option. But once again, I've been Rain Bakios. If you want to come game with me and a bunch of other cool people, you can check out the ttrpgpickupcon.com. We're also on Discord. We do free one-shots like this every month. And I will also kick it over to the players. Thank you all so much for gaming. And if there's anything that you'd like to plug, you can go right ahead.
Can confirm TTRPG Pickup Con is amazing, and that is where I met Rain and first played under him. It's been great. There is, if you are in the LA area or want to be in November, there is an amazing event called the Paravel Ball that will be going on November 9th. If you look on my Instagram at Nero Dice Virgins, you can see that we are also doing swordplay classes through Paravel.
Nice.
And so we're on Discord, theparavelball.com. We would love to have more fantasy-loving nerds come hang out with us.
That's awesome. Love a bit of stage combat.
You can find me at VivaVK on Twitch, where I will come back in August with my very first own actual play, TTRPG. We're doing D&D 5e Norse mythology called Ragnarok Echoes of Doom, which will take us from 4th level to the 15th level over a very long campaign up to all the roots of Yggdrasil to the top. New classes, new mechanics. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Oh, that
Sweet.
is neat.
To check that out in August. Thank you. There you go. But yeah, thanks everybody again here. Kelsey on the screen share, editor Gavin, Oren and Cody for having us on the channel. Hope we'll see you all soon. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for running. It was great.